Warm greetings from the high 10. It is Everyday Shenanigans. Thanks for joining me. I'll wait till a few of you get in here. It is 10:59 Eastern Standard Time, Sunday. I've got 11 viewing. Thank you so much. Mary Blue Diamond Dozen, thank you. How y'all doing? Thank you so much. I thought I'd comb my hair. Do y'all mind if I comb my hair? Thought I'd comb my hair on live. Somebody said that I wear a wig. So I thought I'd comb my hair on the live. Doesn't look like a wig to me. Wow, look at that. That's the best lace front I've ever seen. Shut your mouth. Interesting. Hey, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Ooh, look at that. Ooh, said it was stiff. Oh my gosh. I know. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Just look at all that hair. From the scalp to the ends. Oh my goodness. What a wig I'm wearing. Wow. Interesting. All the way out. Darn. Hi, how are you doing? I thought I'd do this for the haters. They love talking about me so much with my wig. I thought I'd comb my hair on the live. Ooh, wait, look at that. Hi. This is so interesting. The things that people say. I thought I'd just comb all my hair. Yeah. I know, honey. But sometimes you have to give them something else to talk about. Like, how in the world could you do this to a wig? This is so funny to me. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that part. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's the best. Hey, this is the best wig I've ever seen that could comb like that. Wow. Okay. I did it anyway, baby. You know the best way to stop that gossip. Prove them wrong. Prove them wrong. Okay, you guys. I've got 79 in the room. Let's get this started because there has been some information that came to me just a little while ago. They have continued a search day 2 out in Bakersfield, California. As you know, they searched yesterday pertaining to the missing children. The second search, which happened today on Sunday, was on 58 Highway. There is some water near this said location. I guess kind of like a lake area. I don't know if it's a man-made lake or pond, but there's some water off the said highway. So as you know, law enforcement searched Southeast Bakersfield on Saturday. They did start early. And now my information out of California has been told to me that someone eyewitnessed a search off of 58 Highway. For those of you who are concerned and still interested in the story. And it also, from the said information, that I don't think there's a lot of people that's really too concerned about finding the children. I bring you this information only because I like to bring you the spoken word that I know of. I bring you all sides to the story. I don't choose a side. I just bring you the said information. And I try to make sure that who I'm getting the information from is the spoken word. I want to thank law enforcement, Bakersfield Police Department and Cal City, the FBI, and the Kern County Sheriff Department for still being involved in trying to find the children. Amen. I also want to thank those who tried their best to rally and steadfastly look for the children to the best of their ability. I don't believe everybody involved had the children's best interests at heart. I think we've seen that from some of the shenanigans that have taken place pertaining to people pretending to want to help out with the search for the children. I bring you this information because these people are dedicating their lives to going out to help these kids, find these kids, whatever source information they have gotten. There's a reason that they were out in that destitute area yesterday, and why they were out on Highway 58 today, Sunday, searching for the children. As I stated, I don't have any verification of what was found on Saturday. I don't have verification of what was found on Sunday. But what is baffling to me is that we have heard rhetoric pertaining to why the bio mom has been reclusive. One relative of the bio children is saying she's distraught, she can't come forward. Then another relative is saying she's down, she's this, she's that. That is what I heard. Well, I'm going to bring you the said information pertaining to what took place yesterday in Bakersfield, California. There was a party, a house party that took place off of Mount Vernon and Lake Street at a female's home. It's an older lady. She's not a child or teenager or even in her 20s and 30s. She had a party at her house for someone, a relative, and Ryan Dean was seen. The bio mother was seen at the said party. She came with a gentleman through the side gate, entering the backyard. There was some chiefing going on, passing of marijuana. She partook. She seemed happy, passing the blunt, dancing with a male. Know that the male was invited, but she was not. She was not. It is believed that she arrived about 11:30 p.m. with a said male guest. I will not reveal his name because I catch enough static as it is, and I won't even throw that young man's name out there out of respect to him. How you doing, baby? I mention this because some of you've been asking, where is the biological mother, the biological fathers, whichsoever. And you ask this, and I can't give you anything because I'm not there. I get information from a certain source that is of the California area. I believe what they said just now, because several people confirmed it to me, not just the one. So this is sad to me that a biological parent would lie to people why she can't be seen, but yet you are at a house party on Mount Vernon and Lake Street. It was a private party, just a small gathering, and you were not invited by your mother, but you came with a male guest, and you were asked to leave. From my understanding, the homeowner did not want any problems, whatever that meant. So it was said to the male guest, either you take her out of here or we shut the whole party down. I do not know what that means. I'm just repeating what was said to me. The children went missing, allegedly, December 21st. A police report was filed out of California City, California, about 2 small children. But we don't know what is the truth, if this is actually indeed an actual time frame of the children missing. The bio mother came forward, identifying herself as the bio mother, I believe, day 2. That would have been on a Wednesday, the 23rd of December. 10 days later from the actual date that the children went missing, which is December 21st, bio mother was seen at a house party once again for New Year's Eve. Don't seem very distraught, don't seem very down, don't seem downtrodden, don't seem depressed. Now we fast forward to the month of March. It is a new month. And instead of you being concerned about the whereabouts of your children, what the LE has found while they were out searching on Saturday, what they found next day, Sunday, instead, on the day that you first stayed at Bakersfield Exacta Search, which was Saturday, you have decided to attend a house party with a male. No regard for the children, no regard for coming forward. Thereafter, your first speaking to the news, I believe you spoke to the news 2 times, and thereafter, we never saw you again. There have been many prayer circles for your children out at that said location where they allegedly live with the West couple. Several organizations, bikers, whomever, came out. Several people who are on social media, this platform, have been out there talking about the said case, and you were never anywhere to be found. One event was the weather was terrible. They had a bad storm, so that was one excuse for why you could not show up to the prayer circle that day that they had on the side of the house. And there have been a few more since then, and you have been a no-show. Now we factor in the Commerce, Chamber of Commerce, Black BCC, which is however had a panel, and it was said during that panel that you were distraught. That is what someone said to me. I did not partake in watching it because I don't deal in foolishness. Then there is another relative who also has a social media platform who says that you are downtrodden and blah, 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 allegedly. But yet, two people coming forward saying that you can't talk, you can't speak. This case is overwhelming, but you can go to a house party and pass the blunt with other participants while people were on the ground, law enforcement specifically, looking for your children. The children that you no longer had in your custody, who were adopted by the West couple. So there you have it. For those of you who continue to speak on a person you don't know anything about, a family you don't know anything about, on day one, these diligent people went out to search for some children, information pertaining to the children. And later that night, around 11:30 p.m., on Mount Vernon and Lake Street in Bakersfield, California, the bio mother decided to go to a house party where she was not invited and was told to the person who brought her there that they would shut the party down if she did not leave. She was also seen in the front of the house with the said male. I do not know what happened after that, but this is what was told to me by the person who was leaving about 1 o'clock, a little after 1, this person was leaving, and they saw her in the front of the house with the said male. So I don't know if she left with that male or not, or what time she dispersed from the said property, but it has been made clear to me she was not invited and she was not welcome there. I think this is so disrespectful to the kids. And this is why I made the comment last night in my said commentary that don't ever come to the queen telling the queen about respect for any family, because no one showed respect to the children. Because had the children been respected, we would not be talking about this on the news or YT or any other social media platform. You all never mentioned the older children. You never talk about the older children. You never mention them. You never ask me, Queen, do you know anything about the older children? Do you know how they are doing? How do you think they're doing? There's been no regard for them. And I understand that you're concerned about the two that's missing. That is understandable. But you forgot she also has 2 other children who are older than the missing boys. And I do know for a fact that the boy child is properly being taken care of. I stand on that. To my knowledge, the girl child is okay, but I have more information pertaining to the boy child. He's in great hands. He's doing well. But as I stated before in my previous commentary, he does not have a bond with his mother. This is atrocious to me. It's disrespectful to the children to be out partying on the same day that someone is looking and searching for the children, but you came forward as if you were interested in the said information pertaining to the whereabouts of the children, yet you fell off. And see, that is the problem with this case. You fell off from day one. That is why the children are missing now. Because there was no respect for 2 itty-bitty spiders plus 2 older children. And that needs to be said, because this isn't just about the 2 babies that are missing. There are still 2 other children that she bore and brought into the world. And they also have a name, and they also have life in them. And naturally, a child would like to have a relationship with their mother. Why wouldn't they? You brought them here. They know of you. You are living. They are living. And no one ever speaks of the 2 older children. But I tell you in this live, the boy child is in good hands. The boy child is in excellent hands. And I can say that with everything in my being for those of you who are concerned. The link is in the chat if you want to come up and give your opinion about the search exacted today and the information pertaining to the bio mother deciding to have a little fun on the same day that her children were being searched for in Bakersfield, California. And let me say this to anyone that decides to get unruly and disrespectful to the queen. I know life goes on, whether you are raising a child or not, whether you want a child or not, whether you are whatever, any age. I understand people are going to still live. They're going to go places. They're going to travel. They're going to go to functions. They're going to go to church. They're going to go to work. But it looks very suspicious and in the end disrespectful to a missing and or deceased person to be a relative, parent, guardian of the said person and act like you do not care. But yet you came forward as if you did care. And you fell off thereafter. And people have been speaking up on your behalf to say you're distraught. But you weren't distraught enough to show up at a place where you were not invited at a house party with a male who brought you there. He was invited, but you were not. And you seem to be having a good time from what the eyewitness says. You were enjoying yourself. You were dancing, drinking, passing the marijuana blunt. You didn't seem distraught. So that leads me to believe you do not care about those children. You never cared. And that is the reason why we're talking about this now. And some of you refuse to listen to all sides of this coin, the story. You want to just focus on the missing children. There's nothing wrong with that. But know that when you start hearing rumors that somebody can't show up to a panel about their own kids, can't show up to a prayer circle, can't show up to this and that pertaining to the missing children, you have to ask yourself why. Well, now you know why. She is otherwise engaged in other things than the search of her children. And it's disrespectful to the kids, and it's disrespectful to those who are on the ground trying to help find the children, search for the children, pass out any type of information pertaining to the children, and law enforcement, because this is their job. They go out every day trying to find people, look for people, search for people. You fall in the water at a lake, a pond, an ocean. They go and get people to go in the water and try to retrieve you out of there, hoping that you would be alive. So it would be noble to know that somebody is standing on the bank waiting for you to come out of there alive. And even the worst case scenario. Thank you. Good evening. How you doing, Brianna? Hi, victim of the insane. Hello, Kathy. Alador, thank you so much for joining. Hi, Poshy Po. How you doing, baby? Yes, this is shameful. And I've caught so much flack for talking about this, a lot of rhetoric. But what I try to explain to all of you is I try to bring you everything that's being said. To me, it doesn't make any sense to just bring you what looks good, what sounds good. There's never been anything good about this story because the children have been missing. They've been placed with people who we can't even get any information about. We can't even get a solid lead or a piece of paper to even state that these two, Trezell and Jacqueline, were even actually married. And as much as people have been prodding and prying, I've seen nothing pertaining to that. So some of you have questioned that. And then it just goes on and on from here. And I think it's disrespectful to the kids, whether they're alive or dead. There are people out here searching for these kids. going out into the elements to search for your biological child, and you show no regard for them, you fall off, and then on the same night of day one of a search, you're partying at someone's house where you weren't even invited. 10 days after you heard that the children went missing. December 31st, you're at a house party in Bakersfield. You didn't seem distraught that night. And like I said, I know life goes on. I know people have to live, have to eat, have to shop. We'll travel, whether someone's in a hospital dying or child missing, mommy missing, someone's missing. I get it. But don't send messages to the public that you're distraught and you're down and you can't think, you can't eat. You know, all the stuff you hear, the lies you hear. And then we realize you've been moving on about your life since all the children were removed out of your custody. And that's what I actually believe. You've never cared about any of your children. You never cared. And that is why we're talking about this on YouTube. So if you want to continue to rally for somebody that wants to go sit in a house where they weren't even invited and smoke a blunt on the same day that a new city got the case to search for their children, be my guest. But don't come for the queen. GS, what's the problem? Well, if you don't care, then that's why, baby. What's wrong, GS? Blondie, I feel the same way. It's something really odd. Hi, Heather. How you doing? Thank you, real deal. Thank you, baby. I want to thank you all for joining me. The link is in the chat if you want to hit the link and give your opinion. If you've been in the chat discussing, been chatting, I will let you up here. But I don't know what's going on. You all have got to stop this nonsense because you all are becoming just like these other people that we're talking about. I don't have time for this. I'm serious. I'm too old for this. Hi, Lorianne. How you doing? Yes, Notorious. That is a problem. That she's fell off, rather, past tense. There's no regard for the children, no regard for self. You see, self is first. That's the thing that a lot of people don't seem to recognize, don't seem to understand. That you have to take care of yourself first. You become before anything, before you bear children, before you become obligated in a relationship, a job, whatever. You are number one. And if you show that you don't care about yourself, there's no way you could go out here and care for somebody else, be it a human, a baby, an animal, whatever. You can't do it. You can't do it. Hello, Crystal. Thank you. Thank you all so much. Yes, and that's why I brought you this information, because I catch so much flack for trying to bring you what is the truth about this female. So when you're hearing all these lies here this week about why she can't come out and play, why she can't come outside, now you know she was getting jiggy last night. Same day that the city of Bakersfield searched for her children that were not in her custody. That's okay. I'm not worried about that, baby. So you might need to rethink the word disrespect. I don't owe anybody an explanation when it comes to itty bitty spiders. I don't owe anybody an explanation because nobody has ever thought about those kids. And I think that's obvious now with this said information. 4 children intervened by the state. 2 fathers stepped in after the state took 2 small children. 2 fathers took their older children. She's been on her own without 4 children, seemingly living, doing she. A new city takes the case. They search all of a day. You are nowhere to be seen just to even look at what they're searching for. Usually, parents of missing children will go to the said site of where law enforcement are searching. Divers, etc., cadaver dogs, they run out of breath to show up with no hesitation, hoping for the truth. And the bio mom couldn't even do that. And then they searched again today off of 58 Highway. And we need not even speculate if she or any other family even showed up for that. If they did, I don't have any knowledge thereof. It's despicable. The older children were taken by their fathers after the first two were taken by the state. The first child was allegedly removed at 3 months because of the cracked femur. She got pregnant a year later, and that child came out with alcohol, fetal syndrome, and marijuana exposure. He was taken to the hospital and put in the NICU unit, where it is said she never visited that said child. So he sat up there alone. So now, for those who want to come for the queen, where were you when he laid up in that NICU unit? I'll wait. Where was all the rallying then? Why there was nobody to hold the itty bitty spider's hand? You come after the fact when they have gone to the West house, adopted by the West, missing now, and now we come out and say, I'm this, I'm that, I'm a cousin, I'm a this. But you were nowhere to be found when 2 children were taken out of her custody by the state of California. 2 separate times. 4 total children. Thank you all for joining me. Yes, amen. And I'm very thankful that the 2 guys came in and realized that this was a problem with her and the kids. And they came in and took her to court to get their said older children, a boy and a girl. And they are with those said fathers as I speak. I can definitely vouch for the son that he is with his father. Oh, Lordy, get you something to do. Well, that's the whole point. And that's the point, Shano. Imagine if they didn't have any fathers, the older children. Where would those kids be? And that's my point. Nobody ever asked about them. Like I said, I understand asking about the 2 that are missing. Naturally, that's to be expected. But what about the older children? Nobody ever speaks about them. Nobody ever talks about them, how they're doing. Are they okay? Are they functioning well? Are they adjusting well? That's what you all don't seem to understand. There's a total of 4 children here. 2 are currently missing from an adoptive parent, and 2 are with their biological fathers. Nobody ever asks about how those kids are doing. Nobody ever says anything about them. You don't even hear about them. You don't hear her talking about them publicly. She's nowhere to be seen. You're hearing all these excuses about why she couldn't show up for the panel and the prayer circles. And on the first day that this city gets the case from Cal City, you hear nothing, no nothing. And then someone notifies me to say, oh, by the way, she was out with a friend at a house party. It's disturbing. It's sad. But I don't expect much from her. I tell people I don't ever fret over who she is and what she's about or what she chooses to do with her life. As I state, to each his own, everybody's grown. But don't fake the funk on a nasty dump. Don't try to portray yourself that you were concerned about these baby boys when you had an opportunity to try to get them back. But as some will argue, well, that's not good enough for me. I mean, I've heard some people say that. They were her kids in the beginning. Why should anything have happened to them in the first place for the state to ever have to come in and get the kids? It's just insane. Why was I blocked for someone harassing me? GS, I don't know. I haven't done it. I haven't blocked you. I don't know, baby. I've never blocked you. Bruce, I have no idea what is what, baby. That's the whole point of this story. We don't really know what in God's name is going on with any of these people involved. And that's why I said about this storyline, you don't even know what is the truth or not. You don't know these people. That is why I think it is so ignorant for people to come at me or commenters about our commentary pertaining to the story. You don't know these people. And the fact that you can rally for people you don't know anything about, you've never seen them before a day in your life, and you can rally for them. I have never rallied for either side of the family because I smelt a rat day one when the Trezell and Jacqueline spoke to the news. I knew something was funky with their behavior, the story that they gave authorities. And I do believe his mother had knowledge that those children were gone. I've always said that. So I don't need nobody questioning me about what my beliefs are pertaining to this story. It stunk from day one on both sides. Yes, all the children have different fathers. Hey, Nate, how you doing? Thank you, C-Mac. Hello, hi, everybody. They were looking nervous. Well, LT, that's Late T, I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on with any of these people. That's why a lot of you have been making a lot of comments about, what's really going on with her and the family, because a lot of you in the chat have been saying you think there's involvement on their side of the family. I don't know. That's why I'll tell you, I speak my opinion. I never speak that I know for a fact who said what, did what, who's involved. How would I know? I'm not there, but I'm entitled to my opinion. This is a commentary channel. I give my commentary. It's what I do. That's what most YouTubers do. They give their commentary. And if they have something to prove information, I'm assuming they go get it. One way or the other. It's up to you to decide if what you're being given is factual or not. And that's up to you to decide. But as they say, don't beat the messenger. It's ridiculous. It's childish. Because you're talking about children who have been failed. They're not baby dolls. They're not toys. They're real people who didn't get a chance in life. They didn't ask to come here. What is it that you don't understand about that? It's not about me being judgmental. It's about common sense. 2 itty-bitty spiders plus 2 other children, 4, were failed. They didn't get what they needed in the beginning. That's not gossip. That's not rhetoric. That's not judgment. That's the spoken word. Has nothing to do with judgment. How the hell can you make an excuse for 4 kids? Come on. You had a mistake with 1 kid, that'd be different. That would be different. And then it depends on what the hell happened with the 1. Because you can have the 1 and they could be severely abused, beat up, hurt, sodomized. Nobody's going to give you a pass. Only somebody sick who thinks like you gives you a pass. It's not about judging somebody. It's about what is right. And all these people rallying for this person as if these are baby doll toys. They're just going to pop back up out of a pumpkin patch. Well, they pop back up. They weren't born at 3 and 4 out of a pumpkin patch. Somebody walked by the pumpkin patch and saw a 3 and 4-year-old sprouting out of the ground. Oh, they look so cute. Come on, let's take them home with us. Come on. Stop being naive. Stop being gutter. And face the fact that the children were failed. And by the grace of God, the 2 older children have somebody to look after them. Because as I've been telling you all, there were 4 children, not just the 2 that are missing. And the 2 probably would like a relationship with their mother. You all don't think about them either. Okay, Kathy. Yes, I'm very passionate about people in general. If it was you out there, it doesn't matter if it's a baby, if it's a child, if it's a homeless person, it doesn't matter to me. I value all life. Life is life. It doesn't matter if you are a baby, if you're an infant, if you're homeless, if you're destitute. I believe in fighting for everybody because we all, one, as I say, didn't ask to come here. Somebody brought us here. We didn't choose our parents. We didn't choose our upbringing. We didn't choose to be born in this state or that hospital or your mama gave birth to you at home. Do you understand what I'm saying? Life is life. And I speak how I feel. You don't have to agree with what I say. I don't tell you to agree with me. But you cannot tell me what I can and cannot say. It's my platform. I say what I want to say. You don't like the information, log out. Yes, I know, Bruce. Well, Lady, that's the whole point. That you come through at the last minute crying about, the kids. How could you know somebody? Did you go see him at 3 months? The first one? The one that's doing all the hollering and screaming in front of the cameras? Did you actually go check on the little 3-month-old before his leg got fractured? Did you babysit him? Did you take him new clothes, Pampers, diapers? Did you take him, pick him up, babysit? Because I ain't heard none of that in the story when we're talking about my little buddies. We know you couldn't have been involved in the second baby because he was taken as an infant. Well, where were you then? Where are the mother and the fathers of the biological parents? Where are you all? See, don't you find that strange? You see, everybody's talking a lot of junk about the queen, but ain't nobody telling nobody where they were to get this jump off to the West House. Where were you all? You all in these people inboxes stalking and talking nasty. But where were you when the children needed a home while the mother allegedly got herself together? You mean to tell me a mother and a father, grandparents couldn't take the children in? No uncles, no aunts. Come on now. The biological fathers didn't have no mother, father, uncles, aunts, grandparents. All right. But you don't want to talk about that because that's not relevant. It's all on the West family. Yeah, we know they took the kids in. We know 9 times out of 10 they harm the kids. We know 9 times out of 10 they abuse the children. Yeah. But the point is, Jacqueline and Giselle didn't give birth to those kids, those 4 children. They took them in for the wrong reasons. I think we know that now. But those children came from somebody. They came from a mother. They came from the womb of a woman who obviously didn't care about her kids. And like I said, I know we all make mistakes. For those who want to put me in a light that I think I'm self-righteous, it's not about that. It's about what is right. It's about owning what is right. It's about taking your part in a sick saga, vicious cycle of children going into state's care. Because you see, CPS isn't walking around in cloaks and dagger, chanting, looking for babies to pick up out of your house or the hospital. Come on with all that. If that's the case, wouldn't nobody around here have any kids? There'd be a whole lot of other kids missing. Why would somebody want your kid? They don't even have anywhere to put the kids. But you know so much about social services. Did you know that? They don't have anywhere to put the kids. So why would somebody want your kid? They don't even have anywhere to place the kids. Nonsense. I don't know, Kate. Late tea, I have no idea, darling. Yes, that's what's been going on, Poshi. And now you know she's not invested in the kids because she never was. So now some of you are asking, because you made a comment in the chat, what was the GoFundMe for? Yeah, we can go there. What do you need a GoFundMe for? You fell off. But this is something that Night Owl said. The money wasn't right. She fell off. Maybe. But I'm grateful. The Bakersfield is adamant. They took the case. They have been out on the ground. So amen to those people, men and women who have been searching for the children. And they searched yesterday, which was a Saturday. And now they were, somebody called me from California to tell me, they were out on 58 Highway searching as well today on Sunday. Thank you, sweet one. Hi, Clover girl. How you doing? Yeah, 7 to life. But like I said, I understand people are going to live. People want to go somewhere. They want to have a drink. They want to go out. I'm not knocking that. For those that think they know the queen so well, I understand people want to live. I don't really even care about the marijuana. That's not the issue to me. The issue is playing possum and using people to say, hey, this is what's going on. Hey, they can't talk. Hey, they don't feel good. Hey, they're distraught. But you're going places where you're enjoying yourself and then you're engaging in drinking and smoking. That sends a message that, well, I thought you're so distraught. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, Jennifer. In people inboxes, that's where they at. Stalking people. You rather stalk people and jump on the pay site and talk crazy and load up commentary or talk nasty to the news reporter by email, but you ain't been visible. You haven't been visible one time by your grandfather to say anything about the child. I've never heard one YouTuber that was on the ground say, oh, this is the bio grandfather. He's here. Hey, sir, what would you like to say to the public? Hey, bio grandmother, what would you like to say? Hey, bio dads, where's your mom and daddy? They got something they want to say? Hey, anybody want to speak? Anybody would like to say something? Hello, everybody. Right. Amen. Amen, Night Owl. Night Owl, you want to come up? Thank you for joining me. Thank you all for joining me. I thank you so much. I know, Shauna. I know that, baby. Yes, Bruce, exactly. There are a lot of people that don't care for the children. They never care. So people sit up here and judge what somebody's saying up on the YT, blah, blah, blah. But some of the people that was on the ground, you didn't care either. You was trying to get you some 5 minutes of fame, and hell, damn, they're probably trying to get a commercial deal just by talking about these kids. And yet you just want to judge everybody else. Give me a break. The proof is in the pudding. All the acting and shenanigans, it's over with now. It's over with. Hey, baby.
Hey, Miss Angela. Yeah, this is what I said from the very beginning. Is when that GoFundMe came out. If you come out as I'm distraught, I'm broken. My family's gonna be here. We gonna rally. We need the community help. Once that money didn't stack up, once the truth started coming out about certain things, then she continued doing what she was doing while they were gone, because she made a post herself that said before they became missing that she never thought she would even see them again until they were 18 years old. So that proved to me then she was living her life and made peace with them being adopted out in the system. And it's
Oh,
on her Facebook page.
well, wait a minute. Where'd you hear that? Oh, you saw that on her Facebook page?
Yes, it's on her Facebook page where she posted that her heart was ripped away from her in 2016 and then again in 2018. And she had made peace with probably never seeing them no more till they were 18 years old. So that let me knew when she wrote that all that acting and interviews that she were doing was fake.
Yes.
She understood what had happened.
Okay.
Period. But what better way
Yes.
than to come out when you know your rights are stripped away? Is why I don't understand why people are confused. Once you are stripped away of your right, it's very rare that you would even get those children back. It's a video on your channel that detailed the adoption process where they specifically said that in rare cases, a parent's termination rights are reversed. So she never was going to be the legal guardian or anything to those children again.
Yes.
So let's say they are found, they still would not go back to her.
Right.
So all that moaning and crying and falling out of breath and all that was an act. If that money was coming in, she would be doing interviews. The money didn't come in, the interviews stopped, the searching on her part stopped, all that stopped, which means she had no issue with partying, getting high. The very thing that caused all this mess in the beginning. Don't you find it ironic? It's the very thing she's continuously doing.
Yeah.
But she went to the classes and she got the help and she got the cars and she got the, yet no interview has been done to show all of this information to debunk the story that's already out there. So she continued doing what she does best, partying, having a good time, up in a man face. You ain't got no kids at home to worry about, so you living your best life. And
Right.
this is not shaming and saying you can't have fun. But if my children were missing and I'm
Right.
begging you for your $5 and $6 or your $20 or whatever, well, I need to have my behind out there every step of the way until some resolution comes about because I'm begging for money for an attorney. Well, then it would be no money needed for an attorney. If you got time to party and gyrate and all that, you don't need no attorney. You don't need no GoFundMe. You got time to party.
Right.
So collect your money at the party with the people you're partying with.
Hey,
That's
Miss.
what you do. They used to have rent parties back in the day and go get you an attorney fund with the people you partying with. If you got enough money to smoke dope, you got enough money to keep saved up for your attorney fees. I told y'all if an attorney thought she had a winning chance in hell, they would have took the case pro bono by being on the news, on
Oh yeah.
YouTube, and
Yeah. 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 Right.
for the fact that she would have to pay a retainer, she wasn't gonna collect $10,000 to $20,000 for retainer. That's what people don't know. $2 and $3 don't get good lawyers. They have what's called a retainer fee. And that's not including all the evidence and the work that they have to do to
Yeah.
present your case to a judge. And that's not even guaranteed that you're going to win the case. That's
Yeah.
just the fact that you filed a suit. So I knew it wasn't going to go nowhere because you need over $100,000 plus in order to get a good law firm.
Look at what you said. Lady charge $5 at the door. Now don't you start that ghetto talk over here.
Yes, ma'am. If I got time to gyrate and party and lay
No,
around and screw different
that's wrong. Don't let y'all ever talk about me. That said $5. Because that's what you do at a house party. And you trying to make some money for the drinks and the food. Oh, I can't. Y'all stop it.
yeah,
Ooh.
you charge you for your little food, your
Yes,
potato chips and dip and pigs in the
yeah.
blankets and
Y'all
stuff.
sick. Y'all sick.
And so that's where she need to get the money from. But for all the people that didn't quite understand, they were giving her money in the GoFundMe. And I was like, y'all don't understand lawsuits, do you? You can say you're going to file a lawsuit, but do you know how much money it takes for a lawyer? That's a retainer fee. That's just to talk to you.
Just to
They
get you
still might not.
started. Just to get you started. Yeah. Yeah. I got you.
And they can decide to say, you know what? We don't see no evidence where they were negligence. So we're gonna keep the money you gave us, but we won't be able to help you. Then it'll be another GoFundMe for another
Oh
law
yeah,
firm.
you can always have to have some money because it costs to have someone represent you, especially in a lawsuit. The only way they'll do it pro bono is they know for certain they got a chance of getting a lot of money and get their cut out the deal. That's any lawsuit. That's
So
any
why
lawsuit.
would anybody who's gonna sue CPS and all the social workers and doctors and all that? Why don't y'all think that no law firm has come forward and say, yeah, we're gonna represent the by your mom and she distraught and she's emotional, she can't give statements and all that? Why? Because there's no case to be had. So she continued doing the very thing that caused her to lose the children. Is the very thing she still hasn't given up. I don't want to hear nothing about she fell out and she distraught. If my children were missing and I still didn't have rights to them, I still would be there looking for my kids. Why would I have time to party when I can be looking up leads, or I can be trying to get as much information out there about my children that I have as possible, in case somebody, knows something, they might call in or something.
Yeah.
That never was the MO. And as far as the grandparents, if we see who raised her, so I understand why she's the type of person that she is. That
Right.
daddy, baby, I could already tell the apple don't fall far from the tree. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. And he's the same one. They made a lot of bark when they thought they was gonna get attention and money. When they
Yeah.
saw when no money in it, these are hustlers.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, them street people.
Then
That's
it's time to
obvious
move
from the
on.
that's obvious from the Mr. Hill getting involved and giving the emails over that somebody sent, and you gonna hand them over to other people. Then everybody jumping in the chat, comments talking about he can do what he want. No, you're a
That's
business
a
person.
violation of
Why,
trust.
why, why would you be giving out somebody's personal emails? And let me say for the record, they weren't mine. I don't email. That was KK who sent the email over to that black commerce business. And the point is, she got on the channel, and I let that be known. You know what I'm saying? I won't speak about it again, but just I iterate, these people are thick as thieves. They stick together. I see that this man is a professional, and he would do something that grimy by handing off these different people emails to that bio cousin and a YouTuber. That's some foul shit. Now I'm gonna say that again. I'm gonna say, don't curse my channel. That's some foul shit. So to me, you gutter. You're a street person. That's why I say these are some old ride or die street folks. But let me tell you something. That street life is short lived. For those that don't know, why don't you go to the cemetery and check out some of them dead folks up in there? They might be able to school you on something. Okay, I keeps it 100. Because I feel like homeboy, he act like he want to be in the street. Well, maybe you need to take your suit and tie off and get down in the mud with him. Because that's what you did when you gave them emails. That's what you did when you gave them folks emails up. You didn't have no right to do that. You had
It
no right.
couldn't have been. It couldn't have been my email, because had it been my email, he wouldn't have a job. I would have went immediately for his
Yeah,
employment,
that
because
don't even make
you can
logical
bring
sense.
harm to people. He don't know what them people could do with
That's my
emails.
point. But look how they doing me. I get bashed every day up here for nothing. Folks in the chat getting stalked in their email, they Facebook, they IG, just because they're commenting. So what you think if somebody knew where you
Miserable
got your address? I mean, you got your job up there on the Facebook page, and you come out your work, la-di-da, and here comes somebody coming up to you talking about, hi, Mary, and you turn around in the parking lot and they blow your brains out just because you said something on YouTube they don't agree with. You got folks that rock like that that's crazy as hell.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. And he had no regard for them people, because them people had to feel like they could trust him. And you being an African American man, and people reaching out to you when people don't reach out, and you don't know what email can lead to what, but you decide upon yourself that you big and bad and can give emails over. Well, I couldn't trust you with any of my business, because that made me think
that's the point I made last night.
You can be giving out them folks emails to different companies, anything.
Right. You're a business person. So no matter what they're emailing you about, it doesn't matter. You had no right doing that. You had no right giving them out to no stinking. Oh, and then the other one, clout chasing, you get into these people for what reason? You had no right. I don't care what somebody's about. Some old heifer gonna jump out. You don't know the law. I know what's ethical. How about that?
And they don't know what's ethical because he is in a position where he can be fired for ethics. He has a moral responsibility. That's what y'all don't know.
Well, okay, look at Jay. Okay, GS talking about they meet at the White House. Well, but what we saying, GS, don't start now. The point is, whatever I'm emailing you about or Pookie emailing you about, you don't have no business taking that out. And if you feel like that, then hell, just put them on the poster board and put them in the window.
It's an expectation of privacy. Y'all better go to law school, baby.
Matter of fact,
that's what I'm saying.
Why don't he drop his? Why don't he drop his down? That's what he should have done when he got on the channel and made a comment. Why don't you put yours down here, put your mama's down here, your grandmama, your cousin, your auntie, all your workers, your constituents. Just drop all that down there and see how it works out. Since you think it's okay. It ain't breaking the law.
Y'all better go back. Laws have been changed, revised, and updated. It's laws that have been passed for this very type of thing. And what he did was unethical. He's in a position where he can't be terminated.
Oh, okay, yes. I'm sorry. Okay.
He definitely can be reprimanded, and he should be reprimanded for it. Because if I sent you my email and you don't pass it on to somebody that I didn't agree or sign off for this to be.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know how anybody in the right mind thinks that's right. That's crazy to me. How you think that's okay?
Because I can think you're doing some type of scam. I can think that you're gonna do something to me. See, he set himself up a lawsuit. And if I was those people, I would file a lawsuit. Because that's not the way you conduct business. If I'm handling business with you and I don't know, that's like if he had a phone call and he's recording and you don't know he recording, I couldn't trust anything about him. So why would I want my company to be represented by him?
Well, you know, in certain states you can record. Now, I can't remember if California might be that state where you can record or not. I didn't search that. I was supposed to do that before I got on. But certain states, you know, you can record a conversation. But that's the whole point, that I don't care if what's law, not law. I don't believe in sharing nothing somebody wrote me, sent to me, called me. Why I gotta go out here and tell everybody what you said on the phone or screenshot what you sent in a text? That just don't make any logical sense to do that.
I don't see why would you give it to them. You don't know what they can do with it.
Yeah,
they've already been harassing people. Folks. But like I keep telling them, y'all gonna run up on the right one where it's no gun permit that's required. I live in one of those states.
Well, like somebody said, use your word to knock somebody. Okay, Poshy Poo said call one party consent. Yeah, that's a dangerous game. That's what I'm saying. You're a professional and you're gonna give emails to some street folks because them look like street folks. I mean, it's not to be disrespectful, but it's how you carry yourself. You came to the table looking like a street person. He gave it to you for devious reasons. Then you want to get on my channel and leave a comment. Why, baby? You wasting your time. Because like I said, I gave my comment about that. I said I wasn't going to talk about it again, but because we just tied it all in, that was just disrespectful to do that, because whoever is notifying you for whatever reason, they called you, talked to you in confidence, hoping that whatever they're saying to use in confidence. I mean, you got to remember, if you're a business commerce, there are people who are contacting you as business owners. So how would they feel now knowing, oh, this dude, he'll take your email and give it to Pookie. Right.
Correct.
And then you looking like, well, why would you be doing that? I don't know, because I can.
If some businesses pull out,
I can do what I want to do. Oh, all right.
If those businesses were to pull out to know that he does that. See, if you hit him in the pocket, it make a world of difference. All that big talk bags down. Because if it ain't no business, he don't make no money.
She from Mississippi, Kathy.
So,
you know what? But like I said, if you can sleep with this stuff that you're doing out here in these streets, whether you're the butcher, baker, candlestick maker, that is your business. But don't expect other people to ride the ride on this foolishness that you're doing. And that's why I brought that out the other day, because a commenter wanted it to be known that they did this to her. For those that want to throw me in the loop and say it was my email, baby, I don't email nobody. That was her business. She spoke up. I don't know how you can get it misconstrued because it was a live. But that's why I tell you about people that watch my channel, they don't listen to nothing. They hear what they want to hear and take out what they want. That was that woman's business that she was talking about pertaining to the email. It had nothing to do with me.
Correct.
My rant was somebody talking about me, you know what I'm saying, up on a channel. That's what my rant was. But I still was hot butter about that too, because I feel like that was so disrespectful. because you are portraying yourself, you know what I'm saying, as a professional. And I was just like, man, that's why I was sitting there thinking to myself, how deep does this rabbit hole go with these people? Because look like to me, these people in Bakersfield, they thick as thieves. They professional
They are.
hanging with street folks. What is it? You a gangbanger? You used to be a gangbanger. You put a suit on. I mean, help me understand. I'm confused.
Yeah, that's what I believe it is, because he
My God,
already knew what he was
what
doing.
is it?
So the interview was a waste of time. You don't give them the information, so they already know what's out there. That's why they said certain things. See, you are untrustworthy, and I wouldn't give you a damn of my business.
Oh,
You
guess
don't have
what?
any more.
They find out. Them business folks in Bakersfield and wherever else in the counties find out you done gave out them emails to whomever. They're gonna be like, nah, we ain't gonna write you and talk to you about nothing, because no, baby, no. Because they don't know what, you don't know what somebody could have wrote this fool and told him something about something really personal. You done just went, threw him under the bus and just say, I'm getting ready to hand him to a street person. And then that street person hand him to a YouTuber. Come
Right.
on.
And you don't know if they
That is
do
so
anything.
grimy, man.
And
That's grimy as
if I
hell.
was one of them people and I emailed him and I heard about what he did, I would absolutely have a lawyer and file suit against him.
Real deal said Air Force broke out the law book. Really, that look, hey,
Yes.
and that's the state police that's up in my chat. So that's why I love a fool when they come up here talking crazy and talking about what the law is and who can't do what. Y'all keep. That's why I say keep stealing them names out the chat. The state police is up in here. All you gotta do is make one phone call. Ting.
Yeah, I love people. Y'all don't make enough money to keep a lawyer on, retainer fee. Y'all don't make enough money to understand that y'all need a lawyer on retainer. That's why I know they was kind of slow. So with that being said, no,
but
he
that's
was
what
out of pocket.
You don't know who's in the chat. You don't know who's watching the chat. You don't know who's watching the comments. You have no idea. That's why I've been laughing at all these people stealing stuff out the chat, the names. One person already talking about they didn't contact somebody and got their YouTube on lock because somebody's supposed to be tracing their name in the YouTube. Now I don't know if that's true or not. That's just something somebody told me yesterday. I said, just imagine if that is the truth. They got their phone locked. They got their YouTube locked up and got the authorities tracing who's been stealing their name out the chat. That's why I keep telling you buffoons out there, y'all playing a dangerous game because you don't know who knows who out here. So just keep doing what you're doing. Just keep doing what you're doing. Keep stealing them names out the chat if you want to. You don't know who in the chat that's in authority to track you stealing the names. Because we already know if they can find the person that hack an email, hack phone lines, they can find your dusty tail. So just keep doing what you're doing. Knock yourself out.
It's not worth it. It's not worth it.
But when you're sick, when you're sick, you don't care.
Yeah.
They don't care.
Well, just like him, somebody gonna make an example out of him. I don't think he's gonna get out scot free with that. Somebody needs to make an example out of him. And if somebody
Melissa, it's who you know. That's how a lot of people got caught because somebody knew somebody that could go get somebody to watch something, investigate something, and that's how people got caught doing all type of frivolous crimes and stuff. That's why I'm sitting here, like you said, not out. Why are you wasting your time with the shenanigans? It's not that serious. This is just a social network of people talking about different information and stuff. You're getting all riled up and getting your panties all tied up in a knot and stalking folks and dropping, stealing their names out the chat and trying to jump on the panel to give you 411 about nothing. And you winded in the breath, crying and moaning, going down my channel with your nasty comments. You already know Queen don't care about that. I ain't gonna do nobody writes them. So you getting arthritis for nothing. Arthritis for nothing, Nikki.
Yeah, so and that was my comment as far as to buy your mom. I didn't expect no more from her. This is what I expected since day one. I've seen this act before. I know several women who lost kids, lost their rights, the daddies, they fall out. They want you to be a character witness and come to court and do all this stuff. Meanwhile, you know what they doing? Still laying up, still high, still drunk, still partying, worried about some bundles and all this, and shaking a tail fella. That's it. But they want somebody else to do all the work for them and prop them up. Like this happened to you. Like I said before, CPS don't show up in hospitals to put more work on themselves when they don't make that much money. You have to really love your job to be a social worker these days.
Right.
They are overworked and underpaid. So ain't nobody looking for to do more work and no more money. I don't know why people don't get that. She had 4 chances to get them right. Four. Four. And it don't take you 4 times around the sun to know right from wrong. It ain't that many parenting classes in the world. You wanted to do what you wanted to do, and everybody was pushed to the side. And in this case, you lost your right, and now these children could possibly be gone forever. And honestly, even if they wasn't gone, they still wouldn't be with her. So she was cool with that. She was cool with the way things went. If
Mm-hmm.
she wasn't, they wouldn't have never been out of her custody. She would have did everything in her power to get them back. This is not no corruption case where they just picked on her and she did everything right. If that's the case, she would have had a lawyer when she did everything right to prove she did everything right and won before another judge.
Mm-hmm.
See how that works? Y'all have to
Mm-hmm.
read. It's called reading. Reading. So yeah, after that money didn't come through for that GoFundMe, she said, "Hey, I'm through faking it. I'm gonna get out here and get the party." And then, like I said, she should have got her money from the people at the party. They could have raised a little fund for her for every party and every blunt she smoked. That's $10 or $20 she could be putting up.
Mm-hmm.
That lets me know what her consideration and her care and her mind is. The very thing that made you lose your children is the very thing you still attached to, which let me know you ain't stopped doing nothing of what you were doing when you kept saying you did everything correct. You didn't. You just wasn't a
Right.
not decent parent. You just wasn't a parent that wasn't fit to be a parent. You
Yeah, I know
ended
some.
up pregnant, and voila, somebody else is taking care of your issue.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, she reminds me of one of them type of women. I go out here and make all these children, and I'm gonna live my best young life. Then when I get about half 100, I'm gonna want to see my children, have them pay me a glass of water, make act like I don't been there for them from a distance. I knew they could do it. She's the typical type. That's why I have nothing for her. I gave her the benefit of the doubt, but I knew at first when she came out there all out of breath and didn't go fund me every time. We have to stop that. If you know you got children, you need to be saving while you working. So you
Right.
won't be asking other folks to fund you for a choice that you made. She chose to have children. She knew what birth control was, but she kept on making children. And then it wasn't about it's her body. It was about she didn't care about the children she had already made that she wasn't doing nothing for. And y'all don't understand when a child goes through that, the effect it has on them. She can't talk about the West no more than anybody else because she was just as bad, if not worse than them. It wouldn't be no West if it wasn't no Dean. It wouldn't be that.
Right. Right.
So that's my rant on, with her partying. Not shocked. Not
Mm.
shocked. She never cared. She just wanted some GoFundMe money so she can keep getting high and partying and buying bundles. The typical.
Right.
You want to know what does that have to do with the boys coming up missing? Let me tell you what it had to do with it. I'm glad this question is the question for me. Okay. Um, had the mother been a mother, they wouldn't be missing. That's what it has to do with it. If you know you have made a baby, you have to have common enough sense to know that you're responsible for the baby, not just for no gender reveals, not just for no um, you know, Instagram photos, but for the care and responsibility of their child until they become an adult. And even when they become adults, you still have to be there for them in a way and help them along and guide them till they're able to swim on their own. That's what it got something to do with. The AP parents wouldn't have got them lost had she never been willing to give them up. And by willing, I mean not doing what you're supposed to as a young woman, as a parent, taking care of them. CPS don't go look for kids. I know plenty of people with 5, 6 kids ain't never seen a CPS worker a day in their life. They go to work, they go to school, they do whatever they got to do to take care of their children. So maybe y'all need to check out some videos where people got multiple children and they ain't never seen a CPS worker a day in their life. They don't have 2 and 3. They be having 7, 8, 9, 10 of them.
Yeah.
And they be single mothers. They ain't never seen a CPS worker or
Yeah.
a jail cell or a cemetery. That's what it got something to do with. Since you want to know, Tiffany, that's what it got something to do with. You didn't have one chance to get it wrong. You got it wrong all 4 chances. That's what it got something to do with them coming up missing. See, if the mama didn't volunteer her children to go in the system, then they wouldn't have been missing. That's what it got something to do with.
Right.
Because if somebody told me, ma'am, you need to do all you can for your kids and do X, Y, and Z, baby, I'll be on pins and needles doing everything them people want me to do, whether I agree with it or not, because I love the children more
Right.
than my own selfish pleasure. See, that's the problem. Sometimes adults don't want to take correction. And when someone is trying to correct you and say, hey, let me show you a better way, everybody
Right.
get defensive. I'm going to do what I want to
Right.
do. When you do what you want to do, sometimes things like this happen. That's what it has to do with it.
Right.
Next.
Right. As Melissa said, crawl through fire. Amen. Amen. Crawl through fire. That's what you'll do for them kids. You're going to crawl through fire.
Because I sure wouldn't be doing the very thing that caused them to become missing in the first place.
Hey,
The
delicious.
dog in the pot. Baby, now I be somewhere on my knees praying to God to tell me what don't happen to my children.
Yes, Lady. No, she's not in for the right reasons. That's why I said I didn't understand why you would come forward claiming to be the biological parent, but then you fell off. And then here comes all these crazy whack jobs talking crazy and rallying for her. And I was just like, how can you rally for somebody that got 4 kids taken from them? I don't understand. And then there are different times. It's not like somebody had quadruplets, right? And one thing happened bad with 1 kid. So the state came in and took the other 3 babies. They were taken at different times. The 2 children that are missing, they were born a year apart. So the state came into your life 2 times pertaining to them a year apart. And yet you get up here and cuss and fuss and talk about what somebody shouldn't say and all that. Go say that to her. Shit, what the hell you saying?
If y'all saw her on CNN, the first thing y'all would do was dismiss
Ask
her.
her why? 4 times, why? YouTuber ain't got nothing to do with that. Come on, dude. Y'all with that bull, man. Hypocrites, you're hypocrites. You hear a story of somebody abusing a kid, it makes the news, you go off. You call them every dirty dog. But in this case, you say, nah, I don't want to touch that. Why? Because it didn't make the news? Because had you heard this story about the first crack femur, you'd went out. Then if you had heard, oops, she had another baby, and that one had alcohol and weed in the system and sat in the NIC unit for a month, you talk about it like a dirty dog. But it didn't make the news, so it's not important. It's not important.
But it didn't hit home for you.
You hear these stories on the news. I'm confused. Help me understand. I'm way confused.
Yeah. She's no different than the rest of the mamas that volunteer their children up.
I don't know.
But I'm gonna drop that down in the chat so somebody else can come up.
Okay, that's fine. She got ghosts when she got real and the truth was revealed. I mean, it's just sad to me. It's just very, very sad. All this is nonsense. And these people out here searching and stuff. As I said, kudos to them. They searching. Amen. What is this? What is this? What is this? What is it? I'm trying to listen to y'all. I got sent something. Hold on. Y'all just keep on chatting. Hold on. I ain't touching that story. I let another YouTuber touch that because this grimy right here. Ooh, if y'all can see what somebody just sent me, ooh wee, y'all are some dirty dogs out there in that desert, boy. Ooh, I ain't touching that. I ain't touching that. Yeah, thank you, baby. Thank you, Sugar Plum. I ain't touching that. All I can say is, ooh. But I know who I'm gonna give it to. I'm gonna let him put him on blast. It won't come from me. Thank you, baby. That's all good. What's good for the goose? Thank you. Ooh, y'all are grimy in that desert. Lord have mercy. They keep a queen on deck, baby. They keep a queen. I can't tell it. I'm gonna let somebody else do this. I'm gonna let somebody else. Yeah, I'm dead. It won't come from me. It will not come from me. Oh, we. Golly. Y'all some nasty ass folks out there in that desert, boy. Just nasty. I ain't touching that, Sugar Plum. We'll let somebody else expose that. Queen ain't doing that. Not I. Up your nose. Up your nose. Ooh, nasty, nasty. That's all I'm going to say. Y'all some nasty ass folks out there in that damn desert. Always talking about somebody else. It's always somebody watching something. Always somebody watching. Every damn day. I'm going to check it out, baby. I'm going to check it out. I'm going to put it on my flat screen. That way I can zoom in. Thank you. I'm going to put it on the big TV so I can see it better. Lord have mercy, I'm dead. I'm so damn dead. I don't know what to do. I chose see it. I see it right there. What is it? God, I wish I had a magnifying glass. I can't say what it is, baby. Oh my God. What is it? I don't know. I just hope it ain't what you think it is. Can't say. That's why I ain't touching that. Oh, Lord Jesus. What is this work on paranormal doing up on my screen? That shit off my screen. Work on paranormal. You need to go lay down somewhere. You're boring me. Oh, Crystal. If you could see what somebody just sent me, I just hope it ain't what I think it is. Uh, mm-mm. Golly, man, y'all doing the most out there. The main ones pretending to care. Oh, Jesus. Ooh, Jesus help me. I can't. That's excuse me. When you said nose, I know it. Yes. Y'all go figure it out. Cause I ain't touching that. I catch enough hell as it is. I am not touching that there. Shut your mouth. I'll let somebody else take that lead. She said it was her. So you zoomed in. So who zoomed in? So, oh my God. Boy, if that ever gets out and it's the truth, Lord, have mercy, Jesus. Wait a minute. Hold on, y'all. This place is crazy. I wouldn't take a dog out there. I swear to God, I wouldn't. Please forget the last two fools I should have never posted due to the graphic nature of the boys and miles, but I made every word I wrote. What are we looking at? Stalker Steve. Like he and the neighbor watched that song was playing. He went to his car for his burial. What did we see? Oh Lord, have mercy. Yeah, okay, baby. I'm giving it to somebody else. I ain't touching that. Well, Sugar Plum, that's already been suspected. If you watching me, that's always been suspected by somebody I know out west said that. They thought that anyway. So it's funny you would send me that. Ooh, Satan, I can't. Good God Almighty. Y'all grab me out there in that desert bed. It's probably what you think it is. It's probably what you think it is, baby. It's probably what you think it is. But I'm not touching that. No, ma'am. I ain't got time for all that foolishness. I'm sorry about that. We'll see. We will see. Let's just leave it at that. We will see. I gave you a hint. I told you. Your nose. I told you. I got the sniffles. Oh Lord. Oh my. You know how your nose can run so much? Shit. You get the sniffles. I gotta holler here. So, Shauna, stop. Yes. Hey, no thanks. Oh, so much. Oh, Jesus. Oh. Lord have mercy. Hey, I just hollered at you on your channel. Ooh. these folks out there, they can't talk about nobody. That's all I'm going to say in this live. Y'all can't talk about no other YouTubers after what I just saw. Lord, have mercy, Jesus. Woo! Freaks come out at night. Shut your mouth. Love to talk about folks. All I can say is just hope it ain't what we think it is. So get somebody with a good Zoom camera. Lord have mercy. I'm dead. I already gave you a hint what it was. Y'all don't pay attention. Y'all don't pay attention. I told you. You know, sometimes your nose can run. You know, you get the sniffles and your nose get the running and all kind of things. You need a handkerchief. Oh, Jesus. Lord, don't get a nosebleed. You're up elevated and sometimes your nose start just bleeding for no reason. Oh, damn. You know, I got sinus trouble here where I live. How you doing? You didn't jump on. Hello?
Did I do something wrong?
No, you didn't do nothing wrong.
I love my queen. Guess what?
I thank you. Look, I believe I caught hell and then you come up here the other day. They just threw me under the bus. I was being nice because I don't know you. I just said, well, they was talking junk and going off on the man. I said, well, at least let the man explain himself. I don't even know the man. I said, why?
I'm not afraid of you, but I love you just 100%.
I'm just saying, I don't even know you.
I think you're an amazing person, and you speak your mind. And
thank you. But what didn't make any sense was all this hate, and I'm like, I don't even know this guy. He's in the chat. It's a public forum. People were talking to you because a lot of times, you know, when people are talking in the chat, I don't see their comments. So I thought, what are they arguing about down there? And next thing I know, I'm the subject of somebody's video. But baby, I need you to get in my IG account. I want to show you something.
Okay, I'll do whatever.
You need to go in it right now.
Let me go to the private chat. I'm gonna give you my personal.
Yeah, I just put my IG up on your channel, and I'm gonna send you something.
I'm gonna give you my personal number. You can get a hold of me anytime you want, Queen.
Okay.
Thank you for doing what you do.
What you think about the search? Just ask. I'm saying.
Oh shit! You know how many warrants are going out tomorrow and being served?
I don't know.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, anybody within 1,000 yards of that search yesterday in Bakersfield are probably going to get served with warrants tomorrow for what they're doing and defecating on this case and how they're doing it to people and what they're doing to people. It's going to be shut down real quick. And I'm sorry they came after you. You're a good person. You give it.
Nobody. That's the thing about me. Since I've been on
you
this
give
stage,
it. You give
I
it
don't
like
bother
it is.
Nobody. So it's like, why are you hating on me because he came up and spoke? I don't even know this man. It's no different than the commenters commenting or another YouTuber I've talked to or what. Why I couldn't understand it. Somebody said it's because you let that guy up there. It's like I don't even know this man. I don't know him.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you, you do everything right, and when you're over the target, you receive the fire. And guess what? You're over the target, and you're not even here. You're in a beautiful place where I love country music, and I'd love to reside.
Oh, yeah, it's beautiful here.
In the high 10.
Well, you should come to Tennessee because, honey, the money you spending out there for mortgage and rent, baby, it's a waste of your time. But I mean, California is beautiful. I hear
my kids are here. My kids are here. I was at my kids' baseball practice today. I have all my teeth, and a lot of people are jealous about our teeth. You know, they make a lot of comments. You're a beautiful woman.
Wait a minute. Somebody said I wore a wig. Wait a minute.
No. You're beautiful. You're a beautiful person in and out.
Where that wig at?
You're a beautiful woman, and all the rather tall midgets out there, including I'm not going to mention their names, but guess what? People in LA are going to get some real people soon. Some people need some real life shit, and I'm sorry to cuss, but people are gonna get what they deserve out here, and I'm not one of those people. We're children of God right here. Those people are devil. The devil is not going to come to the light. We're already in the light, and I appreciate you. And I wanted to come up here and I didn't see that.
I tell people, everybody gonna have a difference of opinion. Everybody's not gonna agree. But what I'm not gonna do is stalk nobody or do anything, mean to you or somebody in the street or a commenter because they don't think like how I think or agree with how I think. I'm not getting ready to risk getting a cyberbullying charge because somebody in the chat or another, wherever, Facebook, Twitter, whatever.
You gave me something that I haven't had in my toolbox, and Benny took a part of it. You gave us that part not to talk about people like that and try to keep our channels the way we need to, and not fall victim. And you know what? And that was more than any monetary thing or friendship wise that you could give me, not knowing me. And you gave me something that I had to run with too, with being exact and also not downing these other people, because they're going to show their face.
Oh, well, yeah.
People who talk long enough, if they want to be sold something, yeah, tell me what you want. And guess what? I'm going to turn around and tell you everything you need. And people talk too much right now.
Yeah.
And it's a problem. And I wanted to come up here because not only one, I love the hell out of you for how you are as a person and how you run your channel and your mods and your subscribers. You're just an amazing person, Big Angie, and I love you.
Thank you. Well, I've been catching flack, honey. They don't like me talking about. I just never seen anything where I can't get my own opinion on my own channel. I mean, like I said, I understand it's about the children, but I'm the type of person, I'm going to bring you everything that's being said to my best of my ability. You don't have to like it. You don't have to like it, but my thing
you don't have to watch it.
One side of the story. That just makes no sense to me.
No, and you know what? You're getting attacked by those who have nothing, who have no commentary or no actual brain. A lot of these people have like a third grade education. They're like a small field rodent. They got a little rat running around a little wheel, and then they go with it, and then they give it.
I told them them rats was out there on my balcony. I said, "What them rats? They Bakersfield had little dog tags around their neck, little charm."
Yeah.
How the hell they get way down here?
I was so excited to see that you were live, and I was like, even last night, I watched it till I fell asleep. I fell asleep at like 11:45, 12. I woke up and you were still on, and I was like,
I'm sick of your ass.
She ain't sufficing to this. And I just want to tell you how great you are, and I love you. And people love you outside of YouTube, I mean, I can't wait to come to Tennessee and just
I want to give you a hug.
I want to give you a hug. I want to give you a hug because you're so real. You're so real.
But how are you?
Outside of YouTube, you're still the same person. You're just a good person, and you're getting the drama and stuff. And a lot of people are having to change their names, and people are getting down, and people are having to do whatever. Don't use your government name like Angie says. You guys, Big Angie says, use whatever you want, but be you, however you are all the time, because we notice.
Yeah.
We always know that. And Big Angie, I love you, and I'm not going to take up all your time, but I want you to know.
Okay. I just when I tried to explain to somebody the other day, I said, I don't know this person. I said, he was in the chat. Y'all were going and arguing and bickering. I said, well, if you're going to accuse a person of something, at least let them explain themselves. I don't know him, so I can't get mad at him because of what you all are upset with him about or whatever the hell's going on, because I try to tell people I don't be on these other channels like that to be getting into who said what, who did what to whom. I'm not trying to rock like that. I don't care about what other people got going on, so don't put me in that. But to get up and videos about me, talk about me like a dog, talk about my hair ain't real, it's stiff, it's this, that other.
Haters make you famous. Haters make you famous.
I don't bother these people. I don't bother them.
Haters will make you famous. And these haters are haters. And guess what? Whether it's positive or negative, guess what? You're gonna get 1,000 subs from this. And all the people will see who you are and not what they say. And these people will get, they tell on themselves. People have no content to make. Now they're throwing up stupid videos and stupid rap videos and all this other stuff trying to show how hard they are. But guess what, baby gangster? I'm in LA. Like, I'll meet one motherfucker, but I'm sorry. I'll meet one person. But when you got 4 people trying to come up on me with a gun and stuff and saying I ran and stuff, guess what? You can't bring a knife to a gunfight. And I thought, and everyone says I cut myself or this or that. Guess what? No, a car tried to hit me. And I jumped over that thing and kicked that door into that dude. And then I walked off, and then all 4 surrounded me. So I'll tell you right now.
What is all this about? What is all this about?
This is a game right now to all them. This is a game to them.
But that's what I said. But what is it? But what is it all about? I'm confused. I mean, is this all because somebody want to rally with a mother, or what is all this about? I'm really just trying to figure out why is everybody.
It's the devil. It's the devil, honey. And guess what? God. And what we're children of God. And if you don't walk with God and know that you're his co-pilot, he's our pilot. We walk with God. He tells us what to do. These people are crazy with what they're putting in and how they're putting you down. Like, you're not even a huge channel. You should be 10 times larger than you are, and you will be. And I know that for a fact. And I'm on your team 100%. These people, it's sad because they don't have a life. They don't have life.
There are a lot of channels I watch, and the big ones. And there are a lot of things those YouTubers may say that I don't agree with, but I'm not stalking them. I'm not going in their chat saying nasty things about them. Why would I do that? The point is, if I don't like what they're saying, all I have to do is log out. I don't have to participate. And that's
why America's great. And I don't mean to cut you off, but why America's great, we're allowed to have our opinions. We can do that, but if we can regulate our channels the way we want to, and the chat the way we want to, with the negative and this and that, there are always going to be these trolls. But again, I'm going to tell you right now, you're about the truth, and you're a great person. I'm not looking color. I'm not looking. Your heart right now bleeds the same as mine bleeds, and these people don't get that. They don't understand how important it is to have people like you and people like Benny and people like in different states that are available to do this case and keep this case alive and do the right thing and say the right thing. And what you're doing with your channel is 100% legit. And I'm learning from you. I have 21,000 subs, but guess what? Even if I had 1,000 that just love me like you do and other people, I could get
anybody up here. I hate letting somebody up here. These folks.
You're amazing. You're just amazing.
I been infiltrated by the crazy help.
You're just amazing, and I just wanted to come up here, and I don't want to ruin anything. But you got my. I'll hit you my email. You got my number.
Look, I jumped on your channel, and I told you to holler at me. I put my IG up there. I need you to get it like right now. I'll send you something.
Okay. I'll do that.
Okay. Thank you.
I love you, Big Ange.
Bye. Thank you so much.
Good night. Thank you, guys.
Okay. Bye. That was Mr. Investigates. I got this one. Let's see, Miss D Holler. What's going on? Okay, hold on. D Holler, wait a minute. Let me get you in there. Okay, baby, I'm coming.
Hi, Big Ange. It's Dawn D Holler. I'm a real person, not behind the fake.
Look, I was worried about bringing somebody up because I was like, all this commotion and all this stuff going on. I don't know what to think. I had to I had to fix my wig back. I ain't never known a wig to do all this where you come from the scalp.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Question: Why do you think it's hard to find any of Jacqueline's information online? Like, very little's known about her. We know everything about Wanda West, Trezell, the father, the dog, the brother, but very little about Jacqueline.
I don't know. Well, there has been rumors that perhaps she was adopted. So I'm not really sure because I don't do any of that type of digging stuff. That's not really my thing. But I don't know. I have no idea. I have no idea.
And my personal opinion, I think that the West, they didn't think that the boys would draw up this much attention. They just thought, these are just some little boys whose mother, doesn't give a crap about them. They're in the system. I think that's what happened with CPS too.
Somebody else made that comment. I don't know if that was you or somebody else said the same thing.
Really? No. And I also think CPS probably took advantage of Ryan Dean, like the situation, like, she wasn't perfect, but I think sometimes people know when they can take advantage of people. Do you know what I mean? Like, she's not.
But the thing about that, Dawn, it was like it's 4 separate times.
No, I understand that. Now, from what I heard, though, it was the older two, they were taken by their fathers. So
yes,
that
after the last child, which will be the baby, was taken. So they stepped in. So you have to think, logically speaking, if my first child got gone because of the femur situation, this is my time to rectify the situation and do what I need to do. You got knocked up with another kid and then that one gets taken. There's just really no logical way to explain that when you already were going through something with the first baby that was taken. You understand what I'm saying? Right. This is time to get yourself together. Get yourself together.
And like you said, they said that the baby's leg was broken. Like, okay, you're at work. Okay, I'd be tearing the house up. The people, somebody hurt my baby. Who hurt my baby?
No work. I don't think she was at no work.
or wherever she was, whatever it was, somebody hurt your
But
look.
what happened?
Somebody's going to take accountability for this.
But see, that's another thing. We don't even know about that. We don't even know who that person is, what happened with law enforcement and CPS with that. We just know the child was taken out of a custody because of a cracked femur. So, but a lot of people have asked those questions. They have said, well, do you know what happened to the person who's responsible? I said, no, I don't know.
But I'm fairly new to the channel. You crack me up. Like, I love
I'm a great comedian.
the sand rats and all.
The rats. What they doing on my balcony? I keep what they doing up here? Came all the way from California, all up on top of my balcony. But I try to give them a little cheese and a little crackers. They don't seem to work. Because I say it, if you come back, I'm going to call the exterminator.
But I've never seen anything like this that's going on now with.
You know what? Because it's ratchet, baby.
I know. And I mean, just be careful. I say, like, about the wolf in sheep's clothing. Like, it's just crazy. Like, they're fighting out there in California about this, about who's going to find the boys. And this one's putting pictures up. It's getting crazy.
Guess what? Who found them? Who'd have found them? Nobody.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. But it's like, they're against this guy and this guy's trashing this guy. I'm like, every day it's something new.
But that lets you know the spirit ain't right, because you can't go on a platform and upload videos saying you're rallying for some children. You're trying to find some children. But every time somebody watch you, it's an argument. It's a bickering. I ain't talking to her no more. I ain't talking to him no more. They did this. Every day is something. So then you start to lose focus with, like, well, what am I watching? I don't see that it's anything pertinent going on. It's sad.
Like you said today about New York, like if the tagline says fire in New York and I click on and you're going on about something else.
Yeah.
Like, some of these YouTubers, they'll ask for GoPro money. They're asking for a place to stay. I'm unemployed. I've been unemployed for almost a year now. I'm married. But I'm thinking, hell, maybe I should start a career.
Don't get your YouTube channel.
Yes. Start asking for money.
You can. No, but let me tell y'all something. And y'all can get mad at me all you want. I don't care, because I'm going to tell you the truth. Now think about this for a minute. She puts up a GoFundMe page. They said maybe more than one GoFundMe page. There was a rumor that it was for an attorney, whatever. I don't know, because like I said, if I don't hear from the horse's mouth, I don't put no stamp on it. But don't you find it strange you put up more than one GoFundMe page up for whatever reason? You take the GoFundMe page down.
Mm-hmm.
The Gorilla Glue gets 23, 25, 29,000.
Mm-hmm.
What's doing at her? What they saying? You won't even y'all wouldn't even give money to somebody allegedly that's a biological mom or some missing kids, but y'all sure gave that help for some money.
You're right. And now she's selling merchandise. You're absolutely right. See, that's where my mind was.
Wow.
For the damn YouTube
when channel. I saw that amount of money she had, I said, wait a minute. This one over here in California with a GoFundMe page for allegedly lawyer fees. This one putting glue on her damn hair, and y'all done gave her $23,000.
Wait, and then the Gorilla Girl found a lump on her breast because she was getting plastic surgery. She got like 6 kids. I'm like, how the hell does she afford a boob job?
Well, I don't know if Dr. Oben did this for free, that situation with her. I don't know what's going on with Dr. Oben and her. I'm trying not to even really, say anything bad about the doctor, but that's something really strange going on there. Something really strange going on with the doctor. Because what I'm wondering is, you only had like 23,000 allegedly, and she's supposed to be giving that to charity. To the charity. Three people in the community.
Oh.
And then most was supposed to go to Dr. Oben's organization.
Right.
So after we hear that, then now we're hearing you're back out there to go do a surgery, and that's when he finds lumps in the breast. Right. So it's like, well, who's paying for this mommy, whatever you call it, mommy
makeover?
Right. And I would assume that would cost, because you're talking about doing probably your breast, your tummy, your thighs, or whatever. That's costly. Then you gotta have a way to stay. You're gonna have to stay in a hotel a couple of days to recuperate. You gotta be able to eat. You got to fly back home. So I said, so now you want me to believe the doctor is paying for all of that?
No, definitely not. But she's selling shirts and all. She's got a website now. But like you said, here's a point about the lawyer. A lot of times when there's a public case, an attorney, a good attorney will take that on pro bono
Oh,
for
yes, I do.
free
Yes,
for
yes,
the
that's
publicity.
what I was saying. Yes.
Right. So if this is a legitimate case and a lawyer can see, hey, this lady does have a leg to stand on, why wouldn't some attorney? I mean, we're talking about California. There's plenty of weirdos out there with law degrees. I'm
Right.
surprised somebody hasn't jumped on and taken this case on.
I don't know. I don't know. Let me see this lady here, see what she's talking about. Hold on one second. Don't leave.
Oh, Lord. Hello.
Hi.
Brand
My
new.
sister from another
How you
mister.
doing?
Hi, Miss Angie.
You
I
changed
have,
your name.
I'm sorry.
Have I met you before?
No, never.
Okay, I didn't know. Are you calling from California?
No, Pennsylvania.
Hey, what part of Pennsylvania?
Like Carlisle, Harrisburg area.
Oh, my son goes to Shippensburg.
Oh, okay. My son
Oh.
graduated from Shippensburg,
Oh,
but
don't do it out too much. Stop talking personal.
no government stuff.
That's okay. My husband's law enforcement. They can come in.
Jumping out. Look, the all up in your garbage can.
Right. But Miss
Put some cheese. Put some
Miss
cheese.
Everyday,
Hey,
Miss
what you
Everyday.
gonna do? The
You be
rats.
speaking, and I'm like, oh my gosh, she is speaking my thoughts. She is speaking my thoughts.
Go ahead.
But first, I need to say, like, I'm mutual on the whole Doug thing, but I did send a message. I think there's some underlying issues there with him. He's a very intelligent man. I just think he needs a sponsor, and he'd have a lot to contribute to the whole case. I really do. I believe he's very intelligent.
Okay.
I just have some concerns there.
Okay, well, that's okay. Well, like I tell people, I don't know him. He was in the chat. There was some bickering going on. So when it came up with a racial issue, I felt like the right thing to do at that time was to let him defend himself. I think that was the right thing to do, whoever it was. It would not matter if you were black, white, green. That's why I keep telling people, stop coming for me. You don't know me. I would have done that for anybody.
Right.
Whether I liked you at that point, afterwards, or whatever, it doesn't matter. I don't know him. So that was the issue. I let him speak, whatever. That's the end of it. Even after whatever he said now, I still don't know this person.
Right.
I don't know
Right.
him. I'm not
And
out
I respect
there.
the fact that you gave him the opportunity.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to, and I feel like I shouldn't have to explain it to somebody because you're throwing an allegation at somebody for being a racist. They happen to be right there in the chat. So why would you not want to hear what they have to say?
Right.
It's up to you to decide if you want to believe it or not. I don't put stock into nothing. That's why I keep trying to tell people I don't put my faith in man, so I don't get myself all riled up on all this stuff that they're bickering about. See, these people, they're wayward. That's why they can go back and forth, arguing, uploading videos, talking bad about people because you like drama. I'm not with none of that. I didn't get on this platform for that type of stuff. That's what you're with.
Like I hear these people say, "I'm about the babies. I'm about the babies," and I'm like, nope.
No, most of them
yeah,
kind of. I'll say that. No, because you have left talking about the children to other stuff.
Right.
So once you start talking about another YouTuber and all that, you're not for the kids. That's out.
But let's talk about your discovery tonight with the mom at the party.
Okay, so you want to discuss
that just took
what
me all
I
day.
brought
Like,
to you
I'm like,
tonight?
I was kind of neutral, like not really sure, but yeah. Because I'm telling you, I'm at home sulking and eating bonbons because her kids are missing.
Okay.
And how the hell is she at a party? Like,
and chafing.
Right. Like that. And I believe that your sources are reliable. So that took me
this is what I tell people. This is what I tell people. Lean in on this one.
That took me way
But look,
somewhere else.
Look at here. And listen to me good. If you knew who the source is, you would never.
Watch your face when you say it. So I'm like,
right.
It's like the grandmama's grandma.
If you knew who the source is, you would never question nothing I've brought to you on this channel. You would eat and choke every damn thing you've ever said about me and the source and the information I bring to you coming out of California, because the first thing you'd say is that person would have no reason to make up this stuff. But that's the problem. You don't know who it is. So naturally you want to say, it's me, I'm making it up. How the hell can I make up these street addresses?
Right.
I don't even live out there. What the hell do I know about Mount Vernon and Lake Street? That it was a woman house. She didn't invite her. You were not invited.
Know if you saw my comment the other night.
Understand what I'm saying?
Right, I do. We stayed away from my daughter's birthday, and there was like all these sirens going off. And
Mhm.
my daughter's, well, the not my daughter that we were celebrating, but my 4-year-old, she was like,
Mhm.
"Mama, I bet I bet Big Ange told them
For what?
Orson's here. He's at this hotel." Like we were
That's
staying at a
God.
hotel, and she heard these sirens.
Oh.
And she's like, "I bet Big
You
Ange
talking
told
about?
them
Oh, I get
Orson's
that
here."
joke when
And
I
I
make.
was like,
I saw
"That's
that
how much
comment. Yeah,
babies
I know what you're
hear
talking
that
about.
you don't even realize they're hearing." Because I don't like sit and watch the story in front of her, or
Yeah.
discuss it in front of her.
Yeah, you
But I
understand?
was like, that just shows how innocent babies are, and we don't even realize that they're
Yes,
paying so much
this is
attention to
true.
us.
This is true. But that's
Absolutely.
why I say this to people is that I don't have to keep explaining myself. The source don't have to keep explaining themselves. I have dropped enough hints to where you should about to figure it out who I'm talking about, and yet nobody gets it. That's why it's amazing to me when people say, "Oh, you're a liar. The source is a liar." Okay.
You have no gain. Like I'm
If I
not
can tell
even
you,
being
if I
smart.
can tell you, listen, if I can tell you that the son's doing well, he's in well hands.
Yeah, because what do you stand to benefit off of
I
it?
can't. I can't
Google.
benefit. That's the
Right.
whole point. I can't benefit. I can't benefit. That is the whole point. I can't benefit. And that's why these people out here are so dumb and they're buffoons, because this person wanted you all to know personally they were sick of what was being portrayed about her. That's what they wanted you to know. Whether to be a gossipy or nasty, they wanted you to know. Okay, we understand you got an issue with the adopter parents. That these people had them. They didn't do right. Obviously, they've done something to the children. But what they wanted you to know is that the children had a start and that they didn't have a chance, and that is why they ended up at the West House. They wanted
Right.
you to know this person who's come forward. They've been watching all along on the sidelines. They wanted you to know she doesn't care for the kids. It's a ruse. It's fraudulent. There is no love. There is no concern. I think that's obvious. You got these strange people running around the dirt looking for 2 babies with whatever evidence they had. And on the same night, you're too busy chiefing and smoking and drinking. That's why I said nothing wrong with living. I get it. I'm not telling her she can't live.
And that's what I tell my kids. Like I have them from 4 to 24. And I
Damn.
tell them, anytime something happens, go back to the root. How did we get here? Like, how did this begin? And that's all I can do with this case. Like, I'm not saying anyone's innocent, but the kids wouldn't be in foster care if the situation
That's
didn't
what I'm
occur.
saying. But there's people that still do not want to own that. And I don't understand how you could just act like they just was born in a pumpkin patch at 3 or 4 years old. Somebody came and plucked up 3, 4-year-olds like, oh, hey, yeah, I'm going to take them home with me. And I mean, come on. They
Like,
deserve better than what's given to them.
I'm a mom of 4 kids, and their father's reckless. I won't deny it. But I had to say, okay, he's reckless. They need one of us. So I
Yes,
had to stand my
that's
ground
my
and not
point.
just fall apart.
That's
And
my point. That's
and
what
as
you
a
made a
woman,
valid
a
point.
mother that carried the child, there's a
Yes,
whole different bond than the father. I
yes,
don't care what anyone says.
yes. And that's what I was saying about the older 2. You all never ask about how they're doing. I naturally, like I said, I understand your concern is for the 2 missing children, but you have to remember there are 2 other children also involved that would probably like to have a very good bond relationship with their mother. And that's what some of you all don't understand. This person has been giving me a bullseye view from the beginning of what was transpiring with this female and her kids. There was never no bond, and that's obvious. You can't even explain CPS walking in your life 2 separate times within a year. You can't
Right.
explain that.
I have to
No
ask you
way.
because I believe your word as the gospel. But what has happened to this AJ, the
Who was that?
sister?
Who?
Who?
AJ, the
I don't
sister, the one that was like side by side with Roro in the beginning.
I don't know.
The light skinned chick. She
The
looked
one
Puerto
that was
Rican.
hollering, "This my hood." I mean, I'm just asking.
No, I mean, honestly, I don't
She
think
was the one
Roro.
that, like, when they first started the interviews, she was the heavyset light skinned girl. She said she was the sister of the bio
Oh,
mom.
okay.
AJ, I want to say
I don't
AJ.
know. I see. That's why I said I don't keep up with any of those people. I don't know what is going
I
on.
thought you spoke
And
to her.
Lisa, the cash out, baby.
I thought you spoke to her. She like when it first popped off, she was the one speaking more than Roro. She was supposedly the bio mom's sister, like
I don't know.
half
I'd have to
sister.
go back. I'd have to go back and watch the
But she
watch
was,
the interview.
I mean, she was a thick chick. Usually had cut like sleeveless shirts on, and she had a lot of information.
Yeah.
Like, and she brought it to the table, but she just like fell off, and I'm like,
Well,
She would
I
have been
just
a little
don't understand
closer than the bio
why is
cousin.
somebody else speaking for you? Why can't you speak for yourself when you're
Right.
the first one to come forward? That's what a lot of people have been questioning
But
lately.
here's
Like,
my
why
concern:
will you not say
if the
anything?
bio sister fell off, but the bio cousin's still hanging on, that's a little weird.
But what you have to remember, the dynamic. The
I
bio
do.
cousin, is from a baby daddy's side. That's a
Yeah.
difference.
Roro isn't even related to Ryan Dean, but honestly, like I don't even think Roro generally wants to find the boys. Like I don't.
I
And
have
she may
I
do,
have respect for
you know,
Roro.
but
I
I just right now I don't have favor with her because of all this other stuff that's come to light. So you know how that
now
goes.
you can't hate her for her connections,
No,
but
I'm not hating her. That's
I-
not it.
I understand.
What you're
I totally
doing,
understand.
what you did was wrong, carrying in that to a YouTuber.
I think Roro has a genuine heart, a
Mm-hmm.
genuine mind, and she's being corrupted by the fog. That's just my personal opinion.
But she grown. She's not that ain't no young girl. I think you know that.
She's corrupted by what? What did you say?
I just said corrupted by the fog. Like,
But what's the foe? What's the foe? Because I believe she's older than Ryan Dean. So who have he corrupted her?
I said, the fog.
The fog.
The fog. You say the fog,
things
like the
around
smoke?
her. You know,
Like what, baby? Explain.
Yeah.
I believe she's trying to keep supporters on her back to help her, and just kind of believe in, whatever.
Like help her what? Like help her
Continue to hunt for the boys. Like I think
in
she
the news.
genuinely believes her family. I think she genuinely believes these YouTubers in the background. I just think she has a genuine
Guess
heart.
what? Guess
and
what?
A genuine mind,
If
and
you really
she's
care
just,
about them kids, leave them YouTubers alone.
I had no idea this YouTube world is the way it is. My Lord.
Well, I didn't know it either until I started seeing my face and my audio up on somebody's video. I didn't know I was that damn important.
right.
Well, wait, one YouTuber last week, I was up in the middle of the night. I'm not going to say his name, but he went into the police department and he was mother effing everybody. I said to my husband, it was 4:00 in the morning. I'm white. This is white privilege
Lord.
at
He
its
needs a
finest.
sponsor.
But
Let
if
him
he was a
alone.
minority, he would have been locked up or beat the hell up right in that police lobby.
But I'm saying, you know what? My thing is people make things what it is. This is what I keep trying to tell people about life, whether it's the police department, CPS, your church, all that. You get a few bad apples. Now, first thing people say, girl, don't go to that church. They do this, they do that. All because
my
they heard
goodness.
bad stuff about it. That's exactly what this YouTube now is becoming, talking about these kids. Nobody was even important until somebody decide they want to start talking bad about another YouTuber. Then nobody even know who the hell they were until you decide to say, well, I'm going to put her audio up on my channel. I'm going to start talking about her hair, her this, her that. Well, just like what he just said, all you did was send them 100-some subscribers in the past 2 days. You get it? That's a fool.
Right.
You're a fool.
And I hate it because I see you don't want the drama. I see that.
I didn't come up here for the drama. You don't.
I'm like,
people.
You're smart enough to know.
You don't have to like my content.
You're smart enough to know that them bringing the drama is intentional because you speak truth. So I know that, like these people who are like, oh, I'm gonna fall back from the story because there's other things going on. No, that means I'm gonna fall back from the story because the heat is on me, and I see that you're not doing that. And I respect that.
Why would I run? If I'm going to be intimidated about bringing forth information that I think is factual, then I don't need to be up here. I told people that in the beginning, and I do this on every story. Doesn't matter what the story is. I don't pick a side in the story. Once I hear that something is foul on both sides, I'm in the middle.
I'm sad that I only found you through this story, but I will follow you from now. But I see that you bring the truth, and I'm telling you, you always reiterate that This is
I
facts.
talk to
This
the
is the
source
source.
every day. Every other day, I talk to the source. I have a very good rapport with this person. This is a genuine person. They're not with none of this foolishness, this old tubing and the he said, she said. That's why they came to me, because they watched me first
Right.
and said, I watched you first before I made a decision to even talk to you. I didn't like what I was seeing with these other YouTubers.
Right.
And then they were rallying for the bio mom. So what information she had, they wouldn't have wanted it anyway.
Look, the first 3 times I watched you, I'm not even gonna lie. I was like, oh, she's a bitch. Then I watched and I tuned back in and I watched and I tuned back in. I was like, oh, she's just like me. My husband looked at me, he was like, you said it, not me.
Well, that's the thing about the day you catch. One day you might catch Beverly.
When you said that, because my name is Brandy, and
the next day you might
they call me Branquisha.
You might catch the librarian.
They call me Branquisha on my bad day.
So I'm trying to stay neutral and not be, foul mouthed or disrespectful, because there are people, who don't use derogatory language, and I don't think a lady should have to use that to make her point. But this is what I told somebody. With this group that we're talking about, you got to be gutter because they're gutter. They don't understand 1 + 1 = 2.
And the thing that's pissed me off most is, oh, she's a Christian. That's killing me. Because, yeah, I'm a Christian too. But I'm going to call you on your shit just like Jesus would.
Well, you're human.
Right.
Well, guys believing in God got something to do with what the foul stuff you do.
Right.
You make the news killing a kid. So somebody decides to talk about you. And then you'll say, well, you're not a Christian because you don't think this way. No, what you're saying is I'm a Christian and I should ride with a baby killer.
Right. And you're not a
That's
Christian
what you're saying.
because you're judging me because I'm judging the
It's not about
person who
judging
killed the
somebody.
child. Right.
Let me tell you something. It don't matter if it's YouTube or Dateline. You don't want to make the news. Stay out of it. Stay out of it.
Amen. Like that. That's another thing with the bio mom. Like you said, you brought yourself into this. She came and like, I'm fabulous the day they got abducted.
That's what I'm saying.
The first report, like she needed to claim her property. But now you don't want to show your face. That bothers me.
Okay.
Like I'm going to be out there.
But that's what a lot of people have been asking is, where is she? Where is she?
Right.
And then you have these other people get mad.
That's why when you said she was at a party, I was like, oh no. Like,
it's
I really thought she was high depressed, like in the pillows, blankets, head. And then when you said she
she ain't.
I was like, it's a wrap. I'm done.
Look, Queen not distraught. A queen is jiggy.
Queen, what is your opinion on, what do you think based on everything that you know now, what has happened to the boys? Do you think they're deceased? Do you think they've been trafficked?
Oh, yeah, they're dead.
And do you think they ever made
I
it?
think they are. Now, let me tell you something. There's that little bit of me, when I hear people talk, I'll say, maybe they are alive.
That's hope. That's the Christian in you. That's the Christian in you.
That has the children. They've been hiding them out. You know what? I get that every now and again. I'll start to think that they could possibly be alive, that they're hidden by some people. You understand? And the only reason why I say that is when it came out about the 20 plus so warrants.
That's right.
The first thing I thought was, well, why would they need that many warrants when you ain't supposed to have? But
because they want to shut
comparison off. Huh?
I said because they want to shut all the naysayers up. That's where the warrants are.
Okay, but what I'm saying is, if we're only talking about Jacqueline and Trezell, they've already searched their house and did everything they need to do in Cal City.
Electronics.
But now that leaves Bakersfield. So what do you need that many warrants for? For whom? You see where I'm going now? Who are you looking for to search? Because that's a lot of warrants. Who you feel where I'm going? Who are you talking about with all those warrants?
Now, do you think the warrants are for individual people?
That's what makes me start to think it's extra parties.
Or that's what I was going to say. Do you think it's people or things? Like, do you need a separate?
All of it. All of it.
I was going to say, who are you thinking? What are you thinking?
Telephones, vehicles, houses, sheds, all of that.
Right.
All of that. Because that's a lot of warrants to just, when you've already been over at this house searching in a whole nother jurisdiction. And now you over here, so you got 20 plus warrants, and now one would have to say logically, well, 20 plus for who? Who are we talking about?
Right. Are they individuals or are they 20 separate ones for places, people, places, things? Right.
I still think, I know you guys don't know exactly who I'm talking about, but I think a little bit of research on that, where is this the AJ person, would tell a little bit of information to this story, because she came too strong, too thick, too representative in the beginning to just fall off.
Okay. So
you know what I mean?
That's what you're trying to say. She fell off for a reason.
I mean, if I'm your sister and I'm representing you from the beginning, and I just disappear, people aren't gonna.
Or maybe she has something not to hide, like involving the children, but you see, this
I'm not saying to hide, but I'm saying maybe she found out something that she wasn't too comfortable with.
Yes.
And maybe something
that just didn't sit on her heart right.
Right.
It could be. And it could be.
Like what you brought to the table tonight. If I'm your sister and I've been backing you the whole time, and now somebody comes and tells me, oh, I saw your sister at the party, she didn't look, I'm going to be like, I'm going to fade over here.
Yes.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, because I was like, when this all was going on, she was getting my attention, because she was.
See, I didn't focus on.
Yeah. I'm so shocked because you haven't missed a beat. I'm really shocked. I'm like, I'm going to ask every day.
Well, I'm one of them kind of people. I'm just kind of like, once I see foolishness, I block everything else out. I don't pay attention to all that other stuff. Now, somebody else will be like on this person, that person who was standing here, who standing that. Once I saw the interview, I was just turned off from.
Honestly, I don't know where I picked up on you picking up on it. But if you go like way back to the beginning, she came out and was representing before Roro did. You saw her. Like I said, she usually had like cut off sleeves. She's a bigger girl, light skin, always had her hair.
That's what I was saying. Is that the one that was at Wanda's house hollering that time saying, "This our hood"? Is that the one?
That's her.
You're scared to say it. You're showing your face, girl.
No, I'm saying that's her. That's her. Yes. Yes, that's her. And that's what I mean. She was standing strong.
She was jiggy, wasn't she?
She was representing. How you go from representing to you're just on.
She's trying to be nice about it.
That's what I mean.
Don't let me get like no preacher. Baby, you pay taxes.
You know how many preachers I have in this family.
You know, black folks, we can get jiggy now. What's up? Well, baby,
we stay at church for 6 hours on Sundays.
Baby, are you a taxpayer before you say it's our hood? Are you a taxpayer? When you're a taxpayer, you can say it's your hood. Yeah, look, I bring the preacher out in a minute. Don't you start no mess up in here. Baby.
We go to a funeral and my husband's like, how did we go to a funeral? And he just turned it into an advertisement for our church.
Wait a minute. Is your taxpayer? Because that's what street people say. This is our hood. But in the end, it's not your hood because most of you are street people. You cause a lot of problems and trouble in urban America. You don't do anything to add growth to the community. And I'm not saying this for everybody who lives in an urban neighborhood, but you get my point. It doesn't matter if you're white, black, Arabic, whatever. You're not bringing any growth to the community. So you can't go around talking about this is our hood. You don't work. You're not a taxpayer. You can't say this is our hood. And I'm not saying that she's, not a good person. I don't know her, but I'm just saying I've heard that a lot with younger people. They'll say stuff like that. And it's a bad thing to say.
And I'm not by any means judging her character because, like I said,
no, I don't know her, so I don't make that clear. I don't know this person.
Hook, line, sinker. Like I was like, oh, she knows what she's talking about. She knows her family. She knows, and then, poof, I was like,
okay, but look, that's the thing about that type of situation. Like I said, you're trying to get these people to say something when it's obvious they're never going to tell you what you want. That's why I couldn't understand the purpose of harassing them. They're never going to tell you, yeah, this is what I did with the kids. Yeah, this is what happened. This is why we left Bakersfield. This is why we're in Cal City. They don't care. Don't you think by now they would have come out to speak to the public, the news? They would do the prayer circles, whatever. They're letting you know. They let you know day one. They never cared. I told somebody yesterday, I won't.
Divergent theory sold me.
They didn't even have beds. They didn't even have beds. They didn't have clothes. They didn't have combs and brushes. I tell people to stay woke because the police never told you what was in the house. So think about it. I don't
tell you one Christmas gift per per child, one Christmas gift.
But
Well,
look,
how
that's somebody
ironic,
else's
because they
version.
were wrapping Christmas
Don't
gifts.
listen to that.
So
Don't
how
listen,
ironic.
but don't
They
listen
were,
to that.
but I'm saying
But you don't
that's
have
like
proof.
that's like a prop for the next, Christmas
No,
play.
but do you have proof?
One Christmas gift
But do
per
you have
child,
proof?
and that was her story.
Listen, you don't have proof of that.
No, you're right. You're right. But I'm saying that lines up with their storyline.
Okay, but
She was inside wrapping Christmas gifts.
okay, but what I'm saying to you is, I personally don't believe nothing that has been said
Right.
about that whole situation. That's how I rock. And the reason why I say that is because if you can't give a new photo to the police, there is no way I'm getting ready to believe nothing nobody has to say about that. Them kids are nothing. Because to this day, nothing has been proven about those two babies. Not
do we have proof about the NICU thing though? Because I'm following you on that. Do we
Oh
have
yeah.
proof?
My source got that.
Well, honestly, that's been the only thing that I believed in the whole story.
The NICU. What's that?
The baby being like left in the NICU with no compassion, no mama time.
Trust me. The baby sat there almost a month with nobody visiting.
Listen, my daughter had to stay for 24 hours, and we were there 3 times that we were allowed to be.
Think about this. Who would make up that anyway? That you didn't visit, that you didn't visit your baby while your baby was up there in an incubator. Come on now. That's not even something you would even make up about somebody.
Maybe a YouTuber would though. I wouldn't put anything past them.
Right. But you understand what I'm saying?
No, I know.
This is not a normal thing to make up about a baby.
Yeah, no.
If you was in the incubator and nobody came and held your hand, nobody came and held you, nobody came and fed you. That's just not a normal thing to even make up about a person.
And that's important. Like the more you do that, the sooner they get out. And the fact.
Yeah. And then also, what about the real estate or whoever the person was lending him? Why can't I?
We went way from the search
and
everything
sugar mama?
back to the old stuff. Okay.
You mean his sugar mama?
I'm saying, why can't I meet these type of friends to lend me $4,000, $5,000, and they weren't expecting to get paid back? Who's lending a stranger this kind of money? It just doesn't make sense.
I don't know. But this is what I told the audience. Do we know that's the truth?
True. Yeah, you're right. Because it's again, it's
in the end,
and then you see the venue.
Have never spoken to tell you anything you heard on YouTube was the spoken word. So you don't know who this woman is. You don't know what her relationship is to Giselle. You don't know nothing. And I tell people that's why I never took stock to nothing that was said about Jacqueline and Giselle. Because there's nobody to prove it.
The source. And
now I did see Cash App. So
wait a minute. Brand new. What you trying to say?
I said I'm believing the NICU, the source. I truly believe anything that came out of the source's mouth.
Okay.
Like I watched the actual interview, and tonight I'm a little like with the whole nose. Like I don't know if that was about another story, about a parent, or about Mr. Hutton.
No, it's not about Mr. Hutton.
Okay. That's all I needed to know. But
it's just about this dirty game that people have immersed themselves in. That's what it's about.
I'm like you, that desert, like that, no wonder like shit's sinking in the ground out there. Just being swallowed up.
I said next time I go to Vegas, I told my husband we have to go out to Cal City. I just got to.
Hell, you been out there, get sucked up out there. You
I just got to see it with my own eyes.
I have no desire to go.
Let me tell you something. If I had a mangy dog, I wouldn't even leave him out there. You got a pet snake, rat, you trying to get rid of, you have enough humane love for him to say, you know what, I ain't going to take you to Cal City. Or Bakersfield.
I'm not taking a candy gang or nothing. No. I'm
so what you think?
all the way.
So brand new.
Yes, ma'am.
You obviously have a heart. I'm a little rough around the edges. I'm a very passionate person, but I am a little rough around the edges because I've learned from dealing with people that they're not what they seem to be. Yes, we're all flawed. We all make mistakes. We all got skeletons. We already know that. But in the end, it's what I tell people about true crime. Is what an officer said to me once. He said this. He said, there are no coincidences in true crime.
Amen.
And I was watching Dateline a couple weeks ago, and when I tell you a detective said that verbatim, I almost passed out. He said it verbatim.
And when I tell you that you went from the first 3 times I'm saying she's a to I'm like she's my role model. Like I'm listening to you. Like
But the
biggest
thing
thing
is,
you say listen when people talk.
because people don't listen.
People are so quick to respond and have their
But that's
own.
what everybody's been doing off my channel. They don't
They're
actually
ready
listen
to
to the
have
content.
I've got to have the answer, so I'm not going to listen to you. I'm just going to have the answer ready. And it and you were so right. Like I'm still hearing the things when I lay down to go to sleep that I heard 3 hours ago. You know,
I'm telling you, listen. That is the reason why things get so misconstrued, because I have sat and watched the news interviews and I have watched the people speak, and then I will go in the chat and the people will say opposite of what I just thought I heard out of somebody's mouth.
right.
And I thought, how could you not have understood what he or she just said?
Right.
And they will swear for God, no, he didn't say it. No, she didn't. No, she didn't. And I'm like,
Absolutely.
well, damn, maybe I need to go back and re-listen again.
Right.
So they do me the same way.
Something like my son, he's 24, but he'll catch you sometimes when he's passing and go to work, and I'll be like, oh, she's pissed off, and he'll be like, she just said she's highly favored, she's blessed, and she's having a great day. I'm like, she is not going to let the audience see her sweat. She's pissed off about something.
Oh yeah, but you see how I am. That's why I apologize to people who had never seen me get jiggy the other morning when I made that video.
I loved it.
I told people I did that because I didn't.
Said
Nobody had the right.
Or this. Don't act like you
nobody had the right to put my name up on their video or my audio. You had no right to talk about me. You had no right to put me, because I don't do you that way. It doesn't matter if I like you, know you, whatever. You don't put my name or audio up on nothing on YouTube, because this is my opinion. You don't have to like what I'm saying, but you don't disrespect me, because
like
my mom, all these YouTubers respect, even if I don't like the shit that they're saying out their damn mouth.
Right. My mom, she's in her 70s, and she's trying to follow the story best she can. And I sent her one of your stories of you composed and doing it, and then I sent her another story of Beverly. And she was like, now how do I find that lady? I'm like, Mom, that's everyday
You don't want Beverly. I didn't told you.
I'm like, that's everyday shenanigans. She's like, get the hell out.
Let me tell you, the last person that met Beverly, it wasn't good. I'm trying to tell you.
But that just showed me, like, to the naked
But I'm a
eye,
human being.
someone
But
that
I'm a human
totally
being.
confused between the two.
But I'm a human being, and that's what people don't understand. You don't push people buttons for no reason. I hear all kind of crazy stuff in the world, and you're gonna go hunt somebody down because you don't like something that the news guy said on TV.
And when you preached on the disrespect, I was like, go ahead, please educate them on disrespect, please.
But I'm just saying, you hear stuff every day on TV that you don't agree with. What are you gonna do? Go put your boots on and your raincoat? I'm going to New York. I gotta go find him. He shouldn't have said that.
Right.
Where's Donald Trump? I gotta go find him.
Right.
What's wrong with you?
Right.
Crazy.
Some people need the retirement plan before they even get started because they're just not built for it.
It's not that serious.
Right.
You're getting all upset over some people you don't know. It's what I tell people. If they got those kids are alive and those damn jokers got something to do with it, you're gonna feel like a damn ass.
I'm just waiting.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what you're supposed to do, is wait.
Because I'm gonna be at that video where you're like, I told y'all so.
I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm gonna sit here as somebody. I'm gonna sit here with a cool whiskey and lemonade,
just sipping on your tea.
I'm going to jump out of here and just get back to the
so much.
But it was good talking to you.
Thank you so much for joining me.
Keep up the good work.
You got to make sure when the verdict's in, you got to bring Staffy on. You two are dangerous.
Good night, guys.
I'm gonna take you out. Okay, bye, baby. Thank you so much for joining me. Brand new
Yes, ma'am.
You got a soft heart. I see that with you. You got a soft heart. You got a soft heart. But I'm gonna tell you something, baby. Don't believe everything that you see. I'm gonna leave it to you like that.
If you knew my story, I've lived in
Okay.
both. It's
But I'm
taken
gonna
me a
tell you.
lot of years.
Okay,
And
I
you saying I
understand.
have a soft heart, and my kids
Yeah,
are like, "You're too
but
stern,
see,
you're too
a
tough."
lot of people who have soft hearts, they get bamboozled easily.
They do.
They get hooked easily. I'm just saying. So I'm
Yeah.
just telling you to guard yourself and guard your heart. Because sometimes what you think you're seeing, you're not.
And it's what you're
Because what
saying.
you're saying,
What
because
you're
let me
saying
tell you
is
something.
exactly
That's
who
your
I felt
ears.
I
What you
was.
hearing sometimes ain't really what you're hearing.
Right. And I agree. I totally do. And I believe many years, I believe I was like that. Like the soft heart. Now I feel like I'm so cold and stern, and I'm going to see the worst in you until you prove the best.
Yes,
And that,
extreme. The answers have been there all along. I've said that's why I made that video hidden in plain sight. Everything you need to know was there in the beginning. You see everybody down the chief of Cal City. They didn't like him. They talk bad about him. He's an actor, this and that. But I kept trying to tell people, why don't you listen to what he's saying? He told you in the beginning, I ain't got to go outside that dirt. I ain't got to go nowhere else. I don't got to go nowhere else. Now I don't know what's going to come. And I don't know what happened to her. Crystal, what happened to you? Because I don't see brand new that fell off. Lord have mercy. I'm 2 hours and 20 minutes in. All this noise. What happened here? She fell off. I don't know what happened. Might be her Wi-Fi. Lord, we done talked about everything under the sun. We talked about everything under the sun but the search. I'm sorry. She fell off. Well, I'm 2 hours and 21 minutes in. I'm not going to try to hold you all much longer because I know a lot of you all got to hit the horn in the morning to go to your destinations, your jobs. But if anybody else want to get up and hit the link before I check out of here, that was a very interesting conversation. I enjoyed the ladies. That was very nice. Oh, Lord, it's night out. Oh, Lord. What did you night out? What you about to do? I want to have to put me a I'm about to put a helmet on.
Put your
What
helmet
you
on.
want, Miss Night Out?
Yes, ma'am. We've been quite busy tonight in the chat. So before you get the DMs, the IGs, I'm gonna say to people the trouble. Let me say y'all the trouble and tell you what's been going on.
What's the matter?
Shout out to my babes, Melissa and Crystal. We've been working since you've been talking. I know you didn't see it, but when you go back and see this chat, it's been a lot of bickering, a lot of stuff that we don't tolerate over here as mods in this chat.
You block them?
We blocked them. They gonna reach out to you. Some people had commentary that they've been over here with us. They feel bullied, that they've been allowed to be bullied because we've had other guests over here tonight. They had a problem with guests on the panel. And we kept repeating, don't be disrespectful, don't say certain things and all that. They kept doing it. They were blocked. No timeouts, blocked. So I'm just forewarning you because they kept going.
Okay.
Before you get the messages or anything, that's what it was about. They had an issue with Mr. Doug being in the chat. They were saying things, and it was just way out of order.
Okay.
And you already spoke on it when you spoke with the guests. You know, they were calling him racist. And then it was just a lot of back and forth with him responding to people and people saying stuff to him. Some were for, some against. It was other people that showed up. They jumped in the fray, bringing up different things. Someone tried to come here and call out the source when nobody knows who the source is. They were blocked. And we did all of that. So I wanted you to know before you start getting an overload of IGs or DMs or anything, that's exactly what went on if you go back in the chat.
Okay. Okay. That's fine. I appreciate everything. I don't know why y'all like all this confusion. I'm trying to look at this picture that somebody took. What the hell is that? Lord have mercy. I can't stand all this ghost stuff. I'm just make my nerves bad. You know, I don't know
Right.
what
Now,
it
you
is.
know, I don't do the ghosts. We did the spirits the other night.
Yeah, well, somebody sent me the picture, so I'm trying to see. Okay, that is oh, there ain't nobody back there for to be a reflection. Oh Lord Jesus, please stop this. So what is that?
Lord have mercy. Now you're going to make me want to look. Nope. I'm too nosy.
Look, I'm gonna be truthful. It's something in the window. It's like
Oh,
a little head or something.
Father God. Here we go.
This is because I'm looking at the whole picture that
Right.
she mentioned.
Yeah.
And when I go look at the whole picture, when Jacqueline Giselle was standing there, so it's a car to his. If I'm standing, it'd be his right. So there's nobody standing back there, and there should be nothing out of the car. But there is like a little bit of something.
Oh my God. No.
There's something in there reflecting. So I don't know if it's something in the car. I don't know. I ain't touching this. I almost cussed.
You sure right.
Yeah, I'm closing it because it's making my You know, I don't do that kind of stuff. Okay, baby. Thanks for sending me that. Oh Lord. Ooh. Why is it on my lives I get all this?
The freaks come out at night.
Oh God, my head hurts. Why are y'all bickering? This what I don't understand. What is the problem?
Please get on down there and address them. So that way I brought it out in the front so y'all don't have to go in the back.
I understand. What is the problem? Why can't y'all just get along? Yeah, small fry. Yeah, that's what she was saying. I was trying to look at the picture, trying to see what it was. I was like, what? You know, it looks like something in that little window, but I can't say, I ain't about to say it's a picture of a child because then y'all be saying I'm cuckoo. But it looks like something. I don't know. I'm going to leave that alone. Oh, I can't. That's the handlebar to pull yourself into the truck. What a Poshy Poo said.
I don't know how they came over there.
Oh, okay. Nada said let's talk about Trezell and Jacqueline West. Well, what you want to talk about, baby? Y'all ain't trying to keep me up here for 5 hours. The Holy Spirit. Yes, I agree. We are watching Backstage Extreme. How you doing in the end? A lot of people will be in shock. Small fries, I'm kind of wondering myself now because it's just something, I just had brand new up here. She's trying to be objective about who she thinks cares for the kids. And I just right now, I'm just the kind of person, I just don't believe everything that come out of people's mouths. I've always been like that. It's not to be nasty. It's not to be facetious, but just look at all the stuff that we've heard from the beginning of people who were on the ground acting like they cared about the kids. And every time you turn around here lately, it's been nothing but throwing shade and talking bad about people. And you can't say you care about some small children and you up here bashing other YouTubers and talking crazy and your spirit ain't right. Sorry. Your spirit ain't right.
We deal in facts, and that's what we go with.
That's your spirit ain't right. Because that'd be the farthest thing from your mind is worrying about what somebody else saying on another platform. If you up here to talk about some kids, or you up here to talk about, like I said, a burning building, then that's what you would be talking about. You wouldn't be talking about nobody else. Come on now.
That's right.
I don't know. See, that's why I tried to tell you all about having Mr. Investigates up here. I don't know the man. I don't know anything about him. I haven't followed his content. I just let him speak his piece only because somebody in the chat, I don't want to keep talking about this, threw up an allegation of him being racist. So I feel like, well, since he's in here, I'll let him defend himself because I feel like that was the right thing to do. It'd be no different if it was one of you in here and somebody came in here and said you were racist. Well, you in the chat, why would I not let you get up here and defend yourself? It's the same thing. I don't know y'all. So that's why I don't understand why y'all fussing. I don't know y'all. So how is it any different than knowing Mr. Investigates? It's the same thing. I don't know none of y'all. So if two of y'all was in here bickering and one said, oh, she a racist, I know she a racist, well, I let her come up and let her defend herself. This is the same thing. Come on now. Y'all too old for this. It's too old.
Yes, and it was several people saying that they felt like they were being bullied. They were allowed to be bullied, and that is not the case.
Well, I know it can't. I don't even know what y'all talking about because as I stated, I was listening to these ladies talk. And I was engaging with them. So I don't even know what was actually being said in the chat. And I have told you all that when I'm talking to people, the guests, I have no idea what you all are talking and discussing in the chat. I can briefly just look up and see, a few little comments, but I don't know who said what to whom, or I don't know. That's why I hate when y'all get in my IG and start all that. I felt like this. I felt like this when I haven't even witnessed what you're talking about. This is out of control to me. I don't care. I'm not talking. I'm not talking to nobody right now because y'all doing too much. Sweet one, yes. T. Exactly. Okay. Nice to know all the kids involved on both sides are cared for. You brought some peace tonight. One of them, yes. The one child, the baby boy. I just wish I could share with you. Seriously, genuinely, I wish I could share with you everything, you know what I'm saying, about the source and everything, so I can put your mind at rest so people can stop, coming over here talking about, I don't know what I'm talking about, it's all made up. If I could just share with you, but for safety reasons, I cannot. That's why I talk about the boy in such a good light, because I know he's in excellent hands. That's all I can say. All I can say. And I think you would know that I wouldn't be making this up. Because if I knew different, I'll tell you different. Well, I would tell you different. Couldn't keep up with the preschool stuff. Okay. Okay, Nada. Nada, do you want to come up here? You fussing? Dang.
Please let them up. I told him.
You just tell me, can you talk about him? But what you want to say? Jesus, well, what is it?
But that's not what we're gonna do. We don't just talk about people. If Queen is her channel, if she's comfortable with whoever comes over here.
Oh, that's okay. I understand y'all looking out for me. But what y'all have to understand is one thing. When you judge no thanks for whatever you think he did not do, also remember the same people who I didn't have a problem with came and threw me under the bus and talked bad about me. You understand what I'm saying? I don't know these people from Adam. And yet they put me up on the chopping block because they could. Because they could. And I've done nothing to those people. So how's it any different? And whatever you think he's done wrong, said wrong, whatever. Do you understand what I'm saying? Everything's about perception. I don't know him. I'm going to say, I don't have to keep saying it. I don't even know the man. Just like I don't know any of you. So if somebody start coming in the chat, start talking bad stuff about you, you will feel some type of way and say, well, no, that wasn't me. I didn't do that. No, that ain't me. Because I've already had somebody do that in the IG. Oh, they lied on me. That ain't me. I didn't go up there. I didn't do this. But what I told that person, I don't know you. I don't know you. And I understand how you would be offended. But I have to cover myself up here because there are people out here who don't like the content I bring. So they want to come up and raise hell and do all these things. But in the end, I don't know any of you in the chat. I let you come up, speak, whatever. But what I'm not going to do is let you come up here and disrespect me, and you're going to try to make me believe what you think I should believe. I am entitled to my opinion, just like you're entitled to your opinion, but you're not going to disrespect me because I don't think like how you think I should think. And a lot of you are misguided, jaded, because you want somebody to rock with this bio mom. That's really what all this hoopla has been about from day one when I brought information weeks ago about the source. I don't care for her. From the stuff that I've seen. And that's my opinion. I don't care for Jacqueline and Giselle because I feel like they have been deceiving us. That's my opinion. It's my opinion. But nobody has the right to stalk me, harass me, bash me on this network or any other platform, Facebook or anything, because of my opinion. Because I don't do that to you. I've seen a lot of things on channels I don't like, but I don't go in their chat and I don't say nasty things. I don't go to Facebook trying to hunt you down, say ugly things to you, send you nasty emails, stalk you on IG, Twitter, Snapchat. I don't do that because that's not my nature. You're not that important to me. And a lot of you have lost your sight and your way by being on this platform and listening to all this gossip and he said, she said, and following behind people who really don't care anything about the kids. And you have been misled. You have been zombified by following in behind somebody that you thought was genuinely caring for the children, but they don't give a damn about those kids. Because in the end, if you can go out here and just talk endlessly about another human being, every time you get up on your platform, you don't care nothing about those kids because you don't care about yourself. Because you see, self is first. Self comes before those children. You don't even know those kids. And you don't have enough respect for yourself. So you can't sit up on a platform and say, oh, I care about these kids, but I'm going to go over here and bash Pookie and Ray Ray. I'm going to talk about Susie May all damn day to get views and likes. No, you don't care about nobody because you don't respect yourself. And you are following behind them kind of people. And you like it. And you carry a bone. But what you're not going to do, you ain't carrying it here. Because like you're trying to tell you, YT don't make me. It ain't never made me. Because I'm going to make it and survive without YT. I'm not a Facebook YT junkie. And I think some of you don't really understand that. I'm not dependent on YT. It's just a platform. It's not that serious. Not that what you got to say.
That's exactly
Not
what I
Al.
was saying. Yes, I'm here. That's exactly
Okay,
what
I
I
didn't
was
hear you.
saying. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, we don't have that going on over here. We respect everybody. Everybody's gonna have a difference of opinion. That's what makes
Yeah.
us great. But the disrespect will not be tolerated. I'm not telling you out. I'm just gonna block you. So I knew before they got to you, I was telling you what I was doing. It was
Okay,
too
that's-
much, and it took away from hearing everybody's opinion.
No.
It's called dialogue, and
Hey,
everybody's
Joanne.
gonna see things differently. But it didn't take all that was going on, and for the people that felt bullied, I asked them, "Well, how do you feel like that, or what happened, or was something missed?" And somebody pointed out in the chat that nobody was being bullied. It was just everybody didn't like a particular person or
Okay, I
person.
get it. Y'all don't like him. You didn't tell me that the other day. You didn't like the man. Okay. But guess what? Some of y'all done bicker with folks in the chat. And you want me to not like him because you had words with him. But in the end, y'all don't know each other. That's what I don't understand about some of y'all. You don't even know the people in the chat. And you bicker
Right.
with them. Damn, what is wrong? You don't know the people in the chat. And y'all fall out with these people. Don't know. They can walk right by you. Wouldn't even know that you sitting there arguing with them in the damn chat.
Exactly.
Jesus. Come on now.
I was trying to hear the ladies on the panel, and I was hearing
You
their
couldn't.
commentary,
You couldn't.
but me and Crystal and Melissa, we were like going and trying to catch everything that we could. But that's what it was about. Nonsense.
I just don't understand what is the problem. I just don't understand why y'all
We're
like this.
not babysitting over here. Everybody should be an adult. We don't babysit.
I just don't
We're
understand what's
not
the
babysitting.
problem.
Foolishness. We care about the boys. We care about the topic tonight that Queen brought us. That's it.
Right.
Nothing else matters to me or the other mod, other than making sure Queen channel is what she expects it to be and what she expects from us. That's
I
it.
can't get it. I can't get it because everybody want to fuss and cuss about this person, that person. But I just don't understand. Okay, you don't like this person. Okay, maybe he just told you he needed some growth. Maybe that's where he's trying to be. Like I said, I don't know him. I don't know him at all. I mean, my thing is this: there's some people who I was watching and I thought they was copacetic, but now I'm seeing some things about them that I don't like on YouTube. But I don't go and disrespect them. I don't go call them a fraud. I just don't listen to them no more. Now you get my drift? Because there's a way of handling things. I don't have to down you because there's some things you are doing and saying on your platform that I don't like, just like there's things over here that people don't like, but nobody has the right to disrespect me, and I'm not going to go disrespect those folks. I'll just stay out of their way. Just keep on going. That's all. That's all. It's not that serious.
Right. That's what I kept trying to say, that everybody can say what they say. Just please remain
Well,
respectful.
who deleted Wesley's comment? Now, damn, come on now, y'all.
Who what?
Somebody said somebody deleted Wesley's comment. That's what Flouncy said.
I told Flouncy to stop. Like,
I don't know.
let's not do that. Let's not call people out and just say things.
Well, where's Wesley at? Because I don't have any problems with Wesley. So who blocked him? He never says anything out of the way. He never says anything out of the way. Okay, do your research. He's burned his bridges with so many platforms. That's why he's over here. Just please be careful. Okay, type mom. Thank you, baby. Thank you all so much.
I see Wesley comment. I don't see nothing he said.
Okay, Tony said people West own both houses on Potomac Road. I don't know, Tony. Potomac. That's where I was talking about. There's two houses. Jesus Christ. I don't know. Baby, I have no idea. You know what I was trying to figure out? Because I probably will never find out. You remember there was a rumor a while ago about the house where they currently live, that Wanda had owned that house where they currently are now. You understand what I'm saying? Not out. She going somewhere. I'm talking to myself.
Right here. No, okay. You said that about Wanda was supposed to be on the house, that it was a rumor.
Where they are now. Did you remember hearing that rumor? Did you remember hearing that rumor?
Yeah.
I wonder if there's some truth to that. I just wonder why somebody said, people will make up stuff, but I'm just wondering if there's any truth to that. Okay, SW Duchess said, yeah. Tony 22 shows an empty lot. I don't know. Okay, CV said, I never heard that. I'm not going to judge someone because certain people don't like someone. Leanne. Well, that's why I say it's best to just go watch people content. You come to your own conclusion, what you think about them. But like I said, I've watched some certain things that went on the past 2 months, and I thought some of these people were okay. But lately, I've been hearing and seeing some things that I don't agree with, that I don't think is copacetic. I think a lot of people who I've been watching got big heads. I think that they have just been riding the ride off the coattail of the kids, but of course somebody said it about me. So that's what I'm saying. Everything is about it's your interpretation. That's it. Your interpretation. You know what I got changed? Ben and Jerry's ice cream got some new pints. Get your butt out of here talking crazy. Good God Almighty. Tay, Ange, I need to get up. Well, come on, Tay. Before I get out of here. I ain't trying to stay on here all night. It's 2:41. 2 hours already. This is long.
It sure is. Somebody said that they were backstage. Do you have somebody backstage, Miss Angela?
I do not.
Somebody reached out to me and had said that somebody was backstage Extreme 10.
I didn't see her.
Well, that's what Air Force said. It was supposed to be Brittany and Jax.
I need to be sending him some money.
Air Force, you said two people waiting backstage.
Well, I figured it out. Okay, Elisa. Thank you, baby. Thank you. Thank y'all so much. God bless you. Thank you, Mr. Investigates. Thank you, Miss Lisa. God bless y'all. Ain't nobody back there. I'm looking at the box.
Well, that's what Air Force said. Two people were backstage.
Okay.
They clicked the link.
Listen.
I believe you.
Okay, yeah, let's drop that, please.
Oh, okay.
I ain't see that. Check your I'm gonna send you something right quick.
Okay.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Maybe I should have been a school teacher.
No, you I'm
just saying. That's what I feel like when I'm up here.
Okay, Brittany. Okay.
Okay. There you go, dear. Okay. Whew, it's been a long-winded thing. I don't know what's going on. Thank you, Small Fries. Tay Brooks, why don't you come up here? Because you just been chattering and talking about this and that. You want to talk about Jacqueline? We didn't talk about them for 2 months. Shoot.
Kay had us rolling the other night. Kay had
Look,
us rolling.
we done wore them out. We don't know anything about them. That's the thing. We don't know anything about them too. Don't you find that strange? Well, we were saying that last night when we were
We don't know
talking.
no more.
Don't you
Sister.
find that interesting?
Yeah.
Nothing. Not nobody to come up and say I work with him, her, a good friend. Nothing. They used to come in the grocery store, buy this. They bought coffee at Starbucks. I mean, this is weird to me. Very, very weird to me. This is strange to me. Most people come up and speak on your
I've
behalf.
never seen or heard anything.
But don't you find it strange? Not even to the news. I ain't
Like
talking about YouTube.
nobody.
Yeah, I ain't even talking about YouTube. I'm talking about the news. Somebody will come up on your behalf and say, yeah, we went to school or we worked together. We worked in the same unit, office, something. He was a nice guy. She was a nice girl, or they were kind of rude, or I mean something. You don't hear nothing. I just think that's strange to me.
They used to come to the grocery store. I know them from the neighborhood, something.
Okay, T.
But
Jones
like
said
nothing.
now. T, I don't know, baby. I told you I don't see all the comments or when you all have had anything. Okay, Wesley retracted. Okay, yeah, that's what I try to tell you. Sometimes people retract their own comments. It don't be that the mods took it out or anything. Oh, Lord, mercy. Oh, God. My head hurts.
Well, won't you go to bed?
I ain't gonna go to bed.
If your head is hurting.
And my head ain't hurting. It's just all this nonsense. I don't understand what is the problem. Why? It's just, thank you, Brandy. Thank you so much. Okay, T, that's what I let people know that I don't always see your comments. And if you say something that they think is subversive or whatever, they will block you. And I don't always see or know when you have been blocked. So I'm letting you all know that. So thank you, Wesley. There go Wesley. Hey, baby. Thank you. Oh, Lord of mercy. Carolina girl said maybe because they don't work. What? Huh? Oh, Jesus.
She was talking about nobody speaking on Jacqueline or Trezella's behalf, and she said maybe because they don't work. But still, some people,
sometimes they had to do something.
Go outside or go to a game or go, something in the community, something.
Well, okay. Well, since somebody wants to talk about her before I check out of here, where is she then? Where is he? Where is he staying? Where's Trezella staying?
I would think with some of their family members.
Y'all quiet.
I would think with some of their family members.
Thank you, Brandy. Thank you so much. Okay, so he with Wanda.
Possibly. Or his brother. He could be with his brother. Nobody ever thinks about this.
You don't want that on the East Coast. Ooh, Lord.
He could be with the brother.
Okay.
The brother could be preparing them for media training.
Lion said she's in Florida. Lion, how you know that? Lion, a mess.
I don't see that 2 or 3 times in the chat. People keep saying she's in Florida.
Where y'all getting that from, Florida? But that's what came up before when they first got gone and left the house. Somebody had put that rumor out that they were in Florida. I said, baby, they ain't went to no Florida. They right there in California. Y'all better stay woke. Habits die hard. Let me tell y'all something. Have you ever been on a run? Let's go there, because I think we need to talk about that.
Yeah.
Have you ever been on the run from law enforcement? If you don't have a mind to go deep under, to have to give up everything you're used to, that means you cannot talk about where you came from. You can't talk about what you know. You got to have resources.
Yeah.
I don't think you really understand what that means. It's not like what you think.
That's like becoming a whole new person and you by yourself and you can't really deal with people.
Yes. Many people get caught because they have mentioned something from the old place. They forget. They're not supposed to be talking about where they came from. And then all it takes is one nosy Parker to start asking questions. Well, they don't never talk about this or they'll never talk about that. Next thing you know, they start doing all this digging and before you know it, here come your photo up on the most wanted poster. Oh my God, that's John. I can't believe it. Next thing you know, they're calling the damn FBI.
You're
Gotcha.
exactly right.
Lord
Because
have
they can't break the habit of not seeing or eating a particular food or going to a particular store.
what is
It's like
negative?
witness protection, but voluntarily.
Right. It's not like what people think. You just go on a run. People, that's how people get
Some
caught
people can't
because they're
help
not
it.
accustomed to that.
Yeah,
I
that's how a
do
lot
like
of people
they
go
said, get
across
the other
seas
kids
and do
back.
it.
This case going on and the boys went missing. No, Ann Clark, how you doing? No, I don't think they're gonna get the other kids. Let me turn this light on. I'm tired of this light being on. Y'all know what I look like. I'm tired
Native
of
girls said, do you think Trezell and Jackie are swingers?
where that comes.
There was a question.
Y'all know y'all showing out, right?
I don't know how. No, I don't think they no
Like,
type of swinger since they are like he keeps them isolated. I can't see him
right.
wanting someone to know
Right.
anything about them or how many kids there or anything about their business.
Okay, let's talk about that. I don't know about the being swingers because I don't know them, but somebody says that photo is photoshopped. That photo, but I don't know. I looked at that. That looks like her hairline because Jacqueline's got like really wavy hair, around her edges and stuff. That looked like her in that photo to me. Now I don't know. My thing is, why not? Y'all was following him around. Y'all worried about a stick and a dog. Hell, he told Jacqueline, "Come on, let's go to the sex shop." They like following us around. Let's let them follow us to the damn sex shop. You got to think like how the crazy person thinks. Why not? Come on, follow me. Y'all like knocking on my mama door and worried about what the hell my mama doing and what I'm doing. Come on, follow me to the sex shop. I tell you, y'all don't think like how a crazy person thinks. They don't care. They don't care. Follow me. Y'all like follow me. Come on. Follow me to the sex shop.
He gave y'all something to see. He said y'all been snapping photos and looking outside the windows. They gonna give you something to see.
Yeah. You like following me. You all up here worrying my mama. You all on the fence worrying about what's in the backyard. You running and calling 911 talking about a burn pit. Yeah, I said it. So guess what? I'm giving you something to talk about. Come on, Jackie. We going to the sex shop. These dumbasses. They gonna follow us. They stupid. They love following me, worrying about a dog named Chalk.
That's the dog named Chalk. Wasn't that funny? I was like, do y'all see these people are doing this on purpose? They like the attention that you're
Marine
giving
Mama
them.
says it's 100% Photoshop. Marine Mama, why you say that? Why you say it's Photoshop? Now, I want to hear what you guys say. Who will Photoshop? Yeah, right. Who? Lord, can I find this comment? Jesus Christ, where'd it go? Who will Photoshop? Girl, I gotta go on my phone on that one. I gotta find who said that. Wait a minute.
Hold on.
Because that's the truth. Who will
Marine
Photoshop
Mama.
that?
If y'all was at my house every day and doing all that, we'll do more than that. So y'all can keep taking pictures. And I kept telling y'all, you're gonna mess up a case trying to play detective.
I got to find that comment. Wait a minute. Night. Okay, good night, Diamond Dozen. Thank y'all so much. Wait a minute. I believe that Jackie co-signed on Trezell's sex and the realtor that gave him the money. Oh wow.
What?
Yikes. Oh, okay.
Baby,
From
y'all
the ice cream shop to the candy store. Y'all nasty. Good night, Sugar Mama. I can't. Okay. Man, behave. Tay Brooks said, "Who would Photoshop that though? People be so bored." I don't believe. I don't know. I don't know if I believe that. Okay, Nene. Now, Nene, damn, where you been?
Nene been here tonight.
Nene talk about what photo? I'm going back in y'all comments. Oh, Jesus, well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, cause been here all night. Yeah, I don't know if it's Photoshop or not, but I mean, they have every right. They are not under arrest to go where they want. They man and wife.
Yes, Cat R. Yes. No thanks. Yes. Everybody's suspect. Yes, Cat R. Yes, because we don't know these people. What you said was an email address to him. If so, those are his. What? Did you just erase that while I was reading it?
Who? I can't do nothing.
Crystal did. Chris, she don't let me read nothing. They only eat organic. How I know that? How y'all know that?
Where y'all get that from? They told you? Lord Tasty, I guess Jack Daniels is organic.
Tell y'all something. Ooh, y'all make somebody drink. Let me tell you that. If you ain't an alcoholic by the time you get through watching this film, God bless you. Because look at me.
I'm waiting on the documentary.
I'm saying somebody to catch myself because they love being in my business. I can't. Look, Lisa said nothing wrong with sex shop, but when kids are missing, that's my girl. That's you are a pretty white girl. You are so pretty. Elisa, she's always leaving comments. She's a pretty girl.
What's that got to do with going to the sex shop? Because if y'all was at my mama's house every day, we'll go out there every day to do stuff to give you something to talk about.
Y'all sick. Oh, listen, I don't smoke, but after that, I need a cigarette. You gonna need something about the fooling with these folks. They have make you get high while we be talking about people snorting cocaine. Good God Almighty. Yeah, well, I said it about Elisa because she has some pretty photos up here. Forget the sex shop. That was not true. It has been validated by any source besides rumor. Oh, no thanks. Forget the sex shop. Oh, how you know it's not true, Mr. Investigates? Because I'm wondering about it now. You got to drink some wine fooling with these old retarded folks. Pay $3,000 back of the $5,000. That's proven fact. Okay. Well, who is that girl that they got the money from? That's what I'm trying to understand. Who is she that gave the money? That's all I want to know. Who is the lady that gave him the money? I want a receipt. I don't want nobody talking behind the screen. I want to see who you are. I want to know. How do you know Trezell? Why would you give him that money? That's all. I'm just curious about that.
Real deal. They married. If they are married, they not under arrest.
Y'all see.
People still are going to be people. You see it every day. People are going to be people.
Mandy crazy. Oh, I can't. Yeah.
Not alcoholic, man.
You have to drink after you watch this stuff. You ought to be drunk. My gosh.
What?
Amazing. Oh, listen. Hey, honey, the kids are missing. It's time to get a freak on. Brandy, now stop it. Oh,
Brandy.
That's bad. Mandy, you are horrible. That is not nice.
Girl, I get what you're saying.
With the loan docs. Okay, Unmasked Truth said those mortgage loan papers were fraudulent. She gave him money to cover up the loan docs. See, Unmasked Truth, I don't know nothing about all that type of loan stuff, and I don't know nothing about that type of business. Good God Almighty. Where are they wedding pics? That's a good question. Very good question.
Hey, Brooks. A random real estate lady gave him $5,000 loan.
I believe that was them.
Anybody got her number? Nah, Tay, we ain't got that lady number.
Like I said, she was interviewed by a person such and such. She seemed like a nice woman. Was shocked about Trezell. I don't know, baby. I don't know. They're gonna get married behind bars. Y'all. People went to the sex shop and verified it was them. Okay, Christian. Who verified it, baby? Jesus. Oh, okay. Matt said I was an administrator for real estate. Okay. I think both are organic. Oh, Jesus. The realtor said the bond and like a like. Y'all say some crazy stuff.
Hey, kid. It's better and better.
Okay, 6 months to close. I just thought that's a long time to close a house. That's just weird. That's why I said you don't really know what to believe, because if we go to now, y'all changing the narrative to say, well, he was only going to stay there for a while. He didn't have really no plans of really staying out in the desert. So then why would you wrangle with that woman for 6 months? Because I heard a few of you all saying that in the chat that you think that this was a ruse. Remember we talked last night and you all said, the night before last, you all said, well, I think this is a ruse.
Mm-hmm.
I think he was only going to go out there to stay for a while. But the thing about that is 6 months to seal a deal on a house, that's a long time.
A very long time.
Yeah. Okay, Carol. You ain't got to comment. I understand. They beat you down if you comment on my channel. Golly, they want to fight all the time. I know, and look, they're gonna tear the comment page down, but I'm just gonna delete your comments, little girl. We figured it out. Just stop all the madness. Oh, closing money. Okay. I don't know what went on with that. I just think 6 months seems like a long time. Okay, I wonder how nervous they are now.
Yeah.
When they resume searching. Amen, Elisa. That's the truth. Yeah, they really cared about each other. Talked about the child abuse all the time. Yeah, I'm wondering about that too. What are they thinking?
Native girl.
Carolina girl, I don't know.
Girl.
That's just what people have been saying lately. That they really don't think that they were intending to stay there that long. But see, that contradicts the fact that it took you 6 months to get the house. So why would you get a house, get this money from this girl allegedly, and then only gonna stay a short while? Or is something make them run from Bakersfield to Cal City? A lot of you thought that originally. Oh, dang.
Might have owed somebody some money.
Okay, Esther says, remember that the house in Cal City was a grow house. What about if the family owned it back in the day and had something hiding there? That's what somebody had said. They wanted to own this house. I do not know if that's true. That is allegedly. But I had heard that rumor. I don't know where y'all be getting these rumors from. Jeepers creepers. Where are y'all getting this stuff? Okay,
Yes, Gamma doesn't. Married license are public record.
Lindsay, can you answer that? What? Oh, no thanks. What you say? Oh, I can't with y'all.
I know you missed the check.
I scared. Yeah, they're public records, marriage certificates. And somebody has said that they have not seen any marriage license, so that's interesting too. Why he and the agents talking about Pizzagate for an hour, girl? I don't know. Listen, I feel like I'm in high school with all the fighting. Well, look, let them fight. We'll stand on the sidelines and we're just gonna watch.
Right.
Yes, that was a grow house before the lady who
Native
sold
girl.
the house had it.
I'm gonna kick you in the back of your throat.
What happened?
You see what Native girl wrote?
What he was doing in my Clarence Carter voice. He was stroking. Girl, you stupid. He was stroking her. You need to go to bed. You're so nasty. Oh, Lord. See how my chats get away from the seriousness of the case, and it goes all astray. Y'all some old nasty old heathens.
Girl, Native girl.
And I'm gonna have that in my mind when I go to bed. Okay, Nene said, what is a grow house? Oh, Lord.
Google it.
So that was a graph that means Trezelle was another woman, which isn't true. We'll see how this goes. Why you say they investigate? We don't know what Trezelle was doing, his little long-legged tail. I don't trust him. I'm sorry, I don't. I won't be surprised if he was doing something with that girl. You need to come up here and tell me what you know, Mr. Investigates.
He was stroking
Mary Jane. Yeah, they were growing Mary Jane. That's what the grow house was, baby.
Summer nights, go to bed. Go to bed.
Okay. Really? Okay. But okay, thank you, honey. He didn't have enough money season. Okay. Another ice cream shop. Yeah, I thought about that too. What if they was doing that other stuff out there in that desert? Did y'all ever think about that? That they were selling that white girl?
Ain't no telling.
Y'all on the border right there in California, heavy trafficking. They always said that you can get it proper close to California. Once it makes it, Queen, stay on the documentaries now. By the time it gets to the Midwest, it's been cut and tampered with.
Uh-huh.
The dope. Y'all better stay woke out there.
You see what Native girl wrote?
I ain't listening to Native girl no more. What she said? Let me go back.
You know,
Native girl, come up here. I'm sick of your little mouth. Trezell was cute until I seen him with his mask off. Okay, Chick Benny, you know what? This is not serious for me. They got enough flowers for school. Well, that's what I'm saying. Who's to say he wasn't trafficking cocaine? You don't know what people be doing out here. Hey, it costs a lot to live in California. For those of you that don't know. Listed it in March, lowered the price twice and went into escrow with Trezell in June. Closed in September. She didn't wait for Trezell for 6 months. But that's what she said, Marine Mama. I ain't got to make that up. That come out her mouth.
She said
that on Chris Thorne's show.
Absolutely.
She sure said that. Now, because I don't make up stuff. She said that out of her own mouth. It took 6. She said my realtor wrangled with him for 6 months about that house. Exactly what she said.
Yeah.
You know what somebody said? You know what? Wait, Ryan Dean or Cherry Odom or whatever her name, in my opinion, is deceitful and despicable as a mother. Wow, dang, Air Force One, you going in. She was supposed to protect, love, and cherish her children. Well, I will agree with that. Oh, Lord, I just don't know. Oh, Esther said, yeah, that booger sugar Trezell, the connect. Y'all are horrible, man. Yeah, they putting bad stuff in them drugs. You be walking around looking like Thriller, eating, trying to get high. You know what I'm saying too? You be walking, you be messed up. You mess with that dope out there. You allowed to have fur on your kneecaps, messing with that cocaine. I wouldn't mess. Leave it alone. Better call on Jesus. You better call on Jesus, honey.
Amen.
Oh, Lord, I can't deal with y'all. Y'all too much. Yeah, when they both took those masks. Wow, nasty. Oh, y'all are horrible. But this is what I want to talk to you all about, since y'all talking about the mask. Why is it he looks totally, I know this sounds crazy. In the mask, you don't get the full view of what a person looks like. But then when I go back to the Facebook page post where he's a little younger, whatever, he looks different than what I'm seeing in the mask. Even though I know the mask is covering his face, something ain't right. I swear at the beginning I kept thinking that this boy had a body double. Something was off to me. I kept saying this is not the same person that's in these Facebook posts. This looks odd. He looked different to me. You
like
know
a
what?
frog.
Some nights that's not nice. Yeah, Thriller. Yeah, Thriller.
Thriller.
When you near that border, you get real dope. It's not been cut. It ain't got no dishwashing liquid. It ain't got no detergent mixed in it. And y'all like, Angie, just saying, I watch documentaries.
Watch New Jack City, you'll get it.
Yeah. By the time it gets to the Midwest, New York, the dope's been cut several times. It doesn't have any potency. Ain't no telling what them folks was into. Now I'm gonna leave it at that.
Y'all is cutting up, man. This said Greyhound status.
Leo, no. 6 kids later. I'm just saying fruit fresh. Okay, Carolina, you know what I'm saying.
Summer nights I knew Ryan wasn't no one. I saw that sweat out win.
Y'all sick. Yeah, Tay, that's what I'm saying. I can't be serious with Night Owl. They'll move to the grow house, right? It's that junkie life. I don't know what them folks was doing out there, but I'm just saying they don't know what people be doing. That's all I'm saying. You can't never say what somebody doing in their house, in the privacy of their own home. You don't know what they were doing. I'd like to know what he was doing the night he called the police to say the children were missing. If you watch that video, it's like somebody is tall going up and down, up and down. He was in the backyard. What was he doing? Just saying. What was he doing? Girl, I'm thinking the song in my head with all this nonsense. Looking act like they down there. Yeah, them folks look rough down there. Less thing to do. Think they got away and moved away from the problems and the threats and who their family are out of families. Okay, no thanks. You want to come up here and talk? I ain't gonna keep listening to you. Keep talking, chatting down there in that chat. Y'all be saying stuff. I be wanting y'all to explain yourself. That's why I don't like text.
Lord, how much the Carolina girl said.
I'm old school.
They do use fruit fresh and baby laxatives to cut with. You know what?
You got, Queen. We've been waiting. I can't. I'm waiting. If he would call me like he's supposed to send me. I can't tell all the business because then I don't want nobody getting in no trouble. But it's I'm leaving it alone. I ain't touching that. That's all I'm gonna say. Because I don't know if it's what I'm seeing is it could be something I'm not seeing. I would have somebody get a second opinion. But ain't nobody answering. Oh, I got some messages in here. I'm sorry. Wait a minute, let me see. Oh God, what she said. Oh Jesus. Oh, this inbox. Don't forget I'm the one name brand. Okay, I got you. Thank you, Miss B. Thank you, baby. Oh Lord, Sheila. No, nobody got arrested. Well, let's pray for one of our friends in the chat. They have congestive heart failure. Okay, baby. Lord, why you text me that?
Thanks, Carolina.
Say what? Where Queen at? She done left y'all here by yourselves.
I have no idea, but baby, this chat is giving me my life.
I can't fool with y'all.
Lord, Leanne said, "Have nut my bottom. He drinks Jack Daniels."
I'm trying not
Why y'all keep messing with that man? Cause he drink a little Jack Daniels.
There he is. Right here.
Hey, I'm gonna kick you in your throat.
Sorry.
I just had to come back up and
I wanted you to contact me on IG, sir.
I don't have IG, ma'am. I don't know what my account is, to be honest with you. And I wanted to let you know, if you want to email me, I'll start an IG or get back into my old IG.
Just download the app if it's just for a day. I want to send you something. Somebody saw something and they wanted my opinion, and I told them I wasn't gonna touch it, so I was gonna let somebody else look at it.
Yeah, well, I wanted to just let's think a different narrative. Let's think about why we would place people at a sex shop. Let's think about how.
And you on that now?
You know what I mean? Like I love me in my sex shops. You know, I go to all. I live stream all the time.
I'm a plain Jane. I don't know nothing about no sex shop.
Yeah, no, I don't either. I don't either. But let's just put it into narrative where a narrative was, distinguished, where we can see, people do normal things and at abnormal times. When people are going through it, the last thing you want to do is change your thinking or the way you do things, because it'll show a difference in what you're doing in everyday life. Okay. Now, if you're an adult and you want to go to a sex shop, God bless you, do whatever you want. Yeah, it's not my choice. It's not my choice. It's not your choice. It's whatever they want to do. So that was a good separate narrative, just like, San Jose and these other places. It's a great narrative, and it's a great thing when somebody's trying to do something and crack a case. But again, we're not cops. We're not private investigators.
Well, let me ask you, do you think the photo is Photoshop? That was just trying. What you say?
I believe that wasn't Jacqueline, and if it was Trezelle, he might have been with a different woman. But again, we got to remember, Jacqueline's been living in a van. She's been away from Trezelle. She's not allowed to go to his house. Where? She's been living in a van, and her own family doesn't want her there because of the drama and the things going on. And Trezelle and Jacqueline aren't together as well.
What I'm saying, where is the van?
The van is a mysterious thing, like Mysterious Mike or anything else. We cannot place this. But what I can tell you is that for sure they're not together. They're not hanging out together. They're not.
Let me ask you something. Do you know of any place where she is yourself? Do you think you know where she is?
I'm gonna tell you, I get 1,000 calls a day and emails of where she is and who she is and how she's doing it. Okay. And I can't factualize any of that. And to be honest with you, I can tell you that by looking at the several videos of the sex shop and things, nobody's come out with proof that was them. Nobody has proven that was them. And I can't devalue the fact, but I can tell you that anybody's going to go to a sex shop. That's not our opinion of what they are, who they are. Everybody's got their outs and everybody got their ins, and I'm not going to judge any of that stuff. But what I can't,
they grown, they can do what they want to.
Yes, you can drink, you can smoke. So, if you're over 21 or whatever, drink, smoke, do whatever you want. But at any rate, we can't place her and him there at the same time. And if it was a factuality thing, which I think they jumped the gun, I believe that they jumped the gun on and putting these people under the bus. What if these people are innocent and they didn't do anything? They didn't know how.
Lord.
Okay, let's go that route. Let's think about how we've changed people's lives with narrative. Okay, we've destroyed people thinking, hey, it's Jacqueline and Trezell. But what if they're so scared that they don't want to talk, or they can't talk the way they want to talk because they're surrounded by Crips, or they're surrounded by Bloods, or they're surrounded by gangs?
But let's talk. Let's go back to the beginning, because that has been mentioned. What would throw me off to think that they're involved is only because they didn't give a newer photo of the children. That's day one. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all start at the beginning. Day one, you never gave a newer photo. So even if I was to start listening to all this other stuff going on and think, well, maybe there's some other people involved, bio family, sex traffic, whatever, how you want to look at it. Why would you not, day one, give a uploaded photo? They had time. They took their devices the next day. So why would you not give a new photo?
Well, what happens if they don't have those devices that they gave the next day that they had originally?
But what I'm saying is she had it a whole day, because Chief Walker said that. He said, we got the devices the next day. So she had time because guess what? When you come knock on the door, yes, what part my kid's missing? Don't you think they asked you right then, can I get a photo of your children?
Yeah, well, unless you're scared or you're told not to do that because your lives are in danger. Think about the family. Their family is the family's Crips. The people, when they were doing their interview, are Crips, and it's proven. We can prove that they're Crips, that they're in the photo watching the interview.
Oh, that's above me.
And I can tell you that their interview was talked about with the cops before, what they can and can't say and what they should and shouldn't say, because they could disseminate the case with a certain statement with what. And I'm just telling you, there's different sides of the story. And
let me ask you
think, what if?
Okay. So what I'm going to ask you is this: if you can say, what do you think happened, or you don't feel like you should say?
No, I'll tell you what I feel happened. I think those kids were taken, and they were taken alive. Okay. And I'm not going to be like Liam Neeson, where like, I don't know who you are, and I don't know what you want. I have no right.
I like Leo.
And I want to be like a Joe Pesci either. I want to come like a Joe Pesci and tell you to do it. You're going to be scared of what you're dealing with.
You think they were taken alive, but do you think that Trezell and Jacqueline conspired with whoever took them?
See, that's a toughie. I can say that the 25% has to say yes, because we can't say no. Yeah. And then the 75% we can put on that they were forced to talk the way they did or whatever. I can't answer that with actuality, but I can tell you
that's no good. That's no good.
If I was them and knew the ties of the different families, that would make me scared too. Because if my kids are already taken, then my other biological kids can be taken or hurt, or anything else can happen. So you have to think, I want to give 10% that the boys are alive right now, that we're going to find them. But I have to say, with the way the search efforts and the way that has been going, that, it's a recovery case now. And I can only say that from what I think, and you guys are free to think. And Queen, I don't mean to, to disrupt or whatever, but anybody can think for their own
well, my thing is everybody's entitled to their opinion, but my thing is I always start at the beginning of a story. So my thing is the photos. That's what seals me in. No matter what I've heard, no matter how shady everybody's starting to look, I always start at the beginning. The beginning is you had time day one to give an updated photo to authorities about those kids.
Yeah, I don't understand how nobody had a photo, whether it was the bio mom.
You wouldn't have a photo if you ain't had the kids. Think about this.
I take pictures, like today at baseball practice. I was taking pictures of my kids because I'm proud of him, and I take pictures of whatever. Yeah. That's my kid. You do that when it's your kid.
But you would do that. Listen, I want you to think about this for just a second. I don't want you. I want you gone. So I knock you off. I get rid of you, sell you. However it goes. Now, your belongings. What am I gonna keep them for? You're gone. So now I'm getting rid of your comb, your hairbrush, your toothbrush, your coat, your this. You see where I'm going? So now I'm wondering, what did they take out of the house? Because this is what's gonna be really crazy if we find out. There was no clothes, there was no shoes, there was no toothbrush, there was no nothing. Now imagine
how do we know that though?
No, I'm not saying, I'm saying imagine is what I'm saying.
Oh yeah,
okay. If we're going with the narrative that they did something to the kids personally.
Right.
So if I don't got no photos of you, then I'm not getting ready to keep your clothes, your shoes.
And please, Queen, don't get me wrong. I'm not defending Jacqueline and Trezell. I'm just saying, what if we trash these people and they were innocent? They were innocent.
I hear what
We
you're saying.
ruined them.
I got you. But
Yeah,
my mind thinks of that they're complicit only because day one they did not give a newer photo, and then two, let's think about the grandmama. You went on a national news, Alec, and you gave a photo that's even younger than the photos they gave to the police in the missing persons bureau. Who would do that? Why would I give you a photo of the children even younger?
Who wouldn't? Who could give somebody a photo? Who could give someone a photo of maybe the kids being abused and them already have black eyes and other things, and maybe the updated photos have them injured and they couldn't provide that? That's a possibility. We know these kids are soldiers, and whether they're in God's hands or they're still on earth.
Worse. That's even worse than you're saying.
Yeah, you cannot debunk the fact that there's some photos out there that shows injuries to these kids and things that have happened to these kids. We can't debunk that right now. We can't debunk who did it, how it happened, whatever. And I can't give you fake, false, info or false narrative.
I just go with what I see, and what I saw was very suspicious. The grandparents giving photos of the children even younger than the ones that Trezell and Jacqueline gave. So I thought, well, why in the hell would you?
Queen, you are smart. You are a smart woman, and I'm going to tell you the way I think. You thinking right now. I can't give that narrative, but I can tell you, do I think they had a part in this? Yes. Okay. And do I think they had a bigger part than we think? I don't know. But do I think that yes, I think that there's something that could have been handed over, how they did it, or some premeditated event. And I can't, if I can't prove it with facts, I can give you what I think. And you asked me. So I'm going to tell you that, I think like you think, and I think like everybody else thinks that these people had some kind of involvement in what happened. Did they have a choice? I don't know. Were they threatened? I don't know. Were they fabricated, or is this whole event fabricated for money?
Well, because I've heard people say that. That this is a ruse. So one person I remember I read in the chat a while ago, they said, this is a fake story. This ain't even real. And I thought, God, why would they say that?
And then you got to think, it's someone's opinion, but we all are opinionated right now. We don't have complete facts to validate that Jacqueline and Trezell are part of this 100%. Are they going to go to jail? I can't tell you that. Are they a part of this, or are they going to talk first? I think someone's going to crack very soon. And I think someone close to the family, within the family, or someone saving their own asses are going to crack soon. And again, there's going to be a lot of warrants served tomorrow.
Wait a minute. Somebody said something really odd. Hold on a minute. Yeah, I got to check this out right here. Y'all know y'all be saying some crazy stuff in that chat. But I be wondering, how he a violent drunk? Let me see.
You want me to act violent and drunk right now, I guess?
No, somebody said he's a violent drunk, and I want to know who said this. What college did my grandson knows they're lying. They didn't get taken. Trezell is gone a very violent drunk. Lion, are you who I talked to last night from San Diego? I don't know.
Yeah, and you know what? I just wanted to come up one more time because I wasn't going to stop listening because I always watch you, but I wanted to come back up because your mods have done a hell of a job, and you guys have a great channel.
Fighting and fussing, look, tussling with them folks down there. I don't know what be going on down there.
Yeah, just be your own like I said, everybody's got their thoughts. Just don't trash somebody before you know it, just because you might ruin somebody else's life. Say Jacqueline didn't know or Trezell knew. One person might have known, not the other. And maybe that's why they're separated. We cannot kill someone's life like that. Yeah.
Okay, so let's focus on this since that's how you feel. Okay, Lion, the lady who was on last night from San Diego, made a comment, and I've been thinking about this a lot. She has said that it was said one of the, I don't know, it's a sister, cousin, or somebody has said that. Lord, how did you word it? They saw the children.
Are you talking about AJ?
I guess. Okay, so now somebody else is saying that too. So how would you see the children? Okay, he's off. Sorry about that. I'm curious about that statement. How would somebody see? How would the bio family see the children if the children were in foster care? That's very odd to me. I don't know what the hell's going on.
Are they talking about doing one of the supervised visits?
I don't know.
I got
I don't know.
disconnected. Sorry.
I don't know. Couldn't get them
Okay.
back. About kids of their own, adopted kids they couldn't get them back. Okay, that's what I'm concerned about. Is this comment about the children being seen by the Bow family? Lion mentioned that. Then the two ladies that jumped on tonight, they mentioned that. So it's got my mind kind of twirling. How can you say you saw the kids if one, you didn't know where the kids were placed? The Bow mom said that to the reporter. I don't know her, but then my mind started twisting, saying, "What if she knows him?" Get what I'm saying?
Yep.
I started thinking about all these crazy possibilities. How could a Bow family see the kids when the kids were in foster care? Did you see them at the McDonald's, Dollar Tree? You understand what I'm saying? Out at the mall? What?
We don't have any proof of the last sighting. That's the thing. We don't have. Everybody speculating whether they made it or made it not to California City.
Well,
I have my own opinions. People can look through videos and see that, you know, a narrative could have been falsely created, or maybe that's how they felt. And I'm saying that we don't have proof of San Jose. And I've called, and that woman is gone. Whoever it was that made that call, she's not existent, and she never worked for that store, because they would know on the clock if she's talking to somebody.
That's how I saw you said something about that. Okay, let's go back to this, because I'm sick of all them old rumors and stuff.
Sure.
Who is the woman that gave him the money? Explain it to me, because I went on that girl's channel. I went on her live that time a month or two ago, and hell, I don't even know what the hell I was listening to. So I need somebody to break it down to me. Who exactly gave him the money?
I'm gonna email you, and I'm gonna give you her profile and all the transactions and things. I'm gonna give you that. We know that Trezell borrowed $5,000 from her for the closing. He only paid back $3,000. Yes, he only paid back $3,000. For sure. He only paid back $3,000. So
who is she? What? Okay, tell me this. What is her position?
She, I believe, was either a real estate or part of a mortgage company, but she was working under a different license, because she's been caught for fraud before, and she's had other charges. So yeah, there's a big dwindling of what's really actual and factual about the real. And I believe that whatever happened with the house and how they got it doesn't have to do with how the kids went missing.
Okay, I ain't never put that together. I'm just curious to who the lady was and what her position was that gave him the money, and how did he meet her? Now, I was curious about that. How did he meet her?
Again, that's a great question. And were they placed in Cal City, or who found that property for them, showed them? Because again, that house was a drug house before that, and it was confiscated. It was done and then put back up for market as like a resale. So anybody who is an investor could go and buy that thing for pennies on the dollar and turn around and sell it. Okay. So there's different viable options and things that I haven't proven to the fact yet, and my team and everybody's still working on that. But that's not a big thing in this case at this point. I think that really, I think all that's a ruse too, where everybody's taking their, looking at the people that they don't need to look at this point.
Okay, well, but that's what people do when people start coming forward. You start looking at everybody. You don't really know who's who, because these two are a mystery. Let's be truthful. Nobody's come forward in the news and say, I work with him. I work with her. She's my friend. We went to high school. We did. Just how people just say.
Why not? Like, that's crazy. It's crazy. Like, if you work security with this guy, you would be someone who you're risking your life with. And
that's
I've been
in. Don't you find that odd? Now, one person has come to the news to even speak up on their behalf.
Are they scared, or do they not want to put their lives in danger, or do they not want to put their careers in danger? We don't know that. And I wouldn't.
But I'm saying, say something positive. You know how people will speak up for you if they like you.
Right. And somebody in like it's proven in this chat. People are standing up for me, and they don't even know me.
Yes.
And and people don't know you personally and stuff, and they'll stick up for you because they love you and just because of what they see. But again, a magic trick and misdirection is what everybody loves. Everybody loves a good magic trick.
Okay.
And if you know what I'm saying? And like, I've always done sleight of hand. I've done things with comedy. I've done things like this. I have to think out of the box or think like a criminal. And I can't even get to the level of a criminal that these people are, what they've done or who done it. But we know these kids didn't walk off on their own. We don't know at this point. And that's what really matters. How far could they get? Would they really get there, go missing? We got to look at the other options, not who did what. We got to find out what they did and how they would do it as kids, and what we would know as parents, and then, put that in factuality. Like, we know for a fact that a kid after a quarter mile is going to be tired. They're going to want water. They're going to have to go to the bathroom.
Well, that's why the chief said, I know. He said, he put it on there. He said 20 minutes top. They ain't getting that far.
Nope, no, without help.
They'll be
And again,
exhausted. Yeah.
yeah. So we got to look at everything. And again, nobody's a suspect right now. Everybody's a suspect. Not just you, not just me, not just anybody, but everyone's a suspect in this case that's working on it or is involved in it or been around these family members or seen these kids within a year. We're seeing how far they're delaying this back now, and they're working leads all the way back to January.
Okay, so what do you think about the search? When they went out Saturday, they went back. You know, and I brought people information today. Somebody I know from California called me and told me that they were out on Highway 58 Sunday. So what do you think about Saturday search and now out here on Highway 58? I'm trying to figure out
if you look at nobody knew. If you look at nobody really knew, and even another channel I'm not going to mention put up. We didn't know about any searches. Where is it happening? What's happening? I put out a few videos today about how it was happening, when it was happening, and it was happening. I'm not here to fondle your nuts or make you excited about something. You know what I mean? Like I'm not here. I'm not here to fondle anybody. I'm not here to fondle anybody. You know?
I ain't got nothing.
Yeah, I know you don't, honey. I know. And no matter what anybody says, I know.
I'm not grown up.
I'm sorry. Maybe I used a loose term. But we don't know.
I live off of 58.
We just don't know. But they did search, and they were 6 miles inwards and outwards of Cal City in each direction, and they were also down the homeless path. And I put that out in real time, and I knew that they were doing that.
Somebody, Queen messaged me to tell me that you were doing that. Queen,
yeah, and again, like anything I get, I'll give you ahead of time too. And if it's legit, 100% I'll give to you because you report it right, and you can filter the bullshit. Excuse my language, but I would like to.
How far is Highway 58 to where they were searching over there on Cottonwood and that street? You know?
Okay, so let's talk about Highway 58. I've taken the 58 east all the way in from Tehachapi into Cal City and taken
a lot of places for you to mention.
So you got Bakersfield, Tehachapi, and then Cal City, and then you got to go left, and it's desert. There's nothing. You don't see anything, and then you see a couple buildings, and next thing you know, you're on Aspen Avenue, next to the hotel that's the Best Western. You can get in the back way, and then you can get in from the 14 North, coming from LA or whatever, Bakersfield. You'll take the 14 North, and you'll come around. There's 2 ways in and 2 ways out from that area. Now, Tehachapi in the middle, and then you got Bakersfield. You're looking at over an hour and 20 minutes to get to Cottonwood.
Okay, an hour 20.
And I've drone Cottonwood. I've been out there ahead of time. I was out there a month ago. I've droned that area. I've walked that area. What they were doing was not only giving people the opportunity to come out and show their face. I think it was an exercise, to tell you the truth. And I don't want to say they were wasting their time. They had to search these leads, but I believe it was a good exercise for them to see who's coming around, whether it's family members, whether it's press, whether it's YouTubers. And I believe that it was a good exercise, and people are going to learn a good lesson tomorrow. But I'm going to tell you that I feel that they had to do that because so many people gave those leads, and they have to research those leads 100%. And if one person is calling, another person calling with the same, they get 60,000 calls probably a day. They have a hotel set up with a bunch of agents that are from Orange County and from San Bernardino and from San Diego. They've got agents coming in that are working overtime to take these phone calls. So there's a call center set up at a hotel where they have the mobile communication towers, and they're set up the conference room, and they're sitting and they're taking these calls. And these are agents. They're not.
I can't imagine how many calls they get a day.
Oh, it's disgusting. And people who don't leave their names or their real numbers or things like that, they'll just discredit you. But if somebody's calling in,
they talked to that. That chief said at the beginning, you just can't just be calling and saying anything. And I don't know what you're talking about. You ain't trying to tell me nothing. You ain't trying to say nothing. You're just wasting those people's time. That's what people don't understand. This is not a game.
Not a game. It's not a game, and they're taking it more serious. People who are doing the false information and the different things from their IP addresses, their real phones, all this, it's going to come to terms for them. These people know that these people got to be smarter than stupid, and they're not.
I'd just be so glad when there's an end. I'm serious. I'll be so glad when the day they say we have an announcement. Oh, honey, look. Thank you, Jesus.
Let's pray. Let's just pray for the boys. Let's just pray for these boys. Let's pray for these boys and pray for all these missing people and pray for all the people that are suffering. all the families, let's bow our heads down tonight, or however you pray before you go to bed. Just know that these boys were soldiers, whether they're alive or not. These boys are soldiers.
Yeah,
so
and that's what's sad, because they were so small, and you can't defend yourself at that age, and you don't know what's going on, and that's have to be a terrible, terrible place to be in, to be that little. You can't. There's nothing you can do. Nothing.
But you know what? God is real.
Yes, He is real.
And that is what is important to hear. God is, and I don't mean to get emotional, because these boys mean a lot to me.
Well, they mean a lot to me too, because like I said, because of who the source is, who I can't reveal, who's giving me all this information about the children's lives in the beginning. It's just sad to me, and that's why I mentioned early on. There's still two other children, a boy and a girl, who also need prayers, because they, I'm sure, want a bond with their mother, and just from what we're seeing, it's not there. And I feel sorry for these kids, because in the end, it's just like us. We didn't ask to be here. We didn't choose our parents. We didn't choose our upbringing. We're here.
When I go to these properties, and when I go to these things, and I get my feelings, and I see the possibilities, and I feel that these boys are just, they're like I said, soldiers, whether they're alive or dead. I'm going to keep that, hopefully 50-50, but we got to look at it differently right now. We got to be searching every way.
I just pray that it is an ending, because a lot of people have gotten so frustrated, and it's just becoming redundant. All this talking and crazy tips and crazy nonsense. I saw them over here and I seen them over there. It makes you angry, because it's like, stop dicking around. This is serious. These are real people.
Real stuff. Real stuff. Real life.
It's stressful.
It's real life.
Yeah, and I'm sorry for these people. Just like Cherie, I met her. She's a good friend of mine. I've met out of California. She watched my channel. She has a daughter currently missing out of Cal City, Desiree Thompson. I did a video about that. I'm passionate about that. This person is walking around who believe, murdered her. We know that Desiree is no longer here. We know this. We're talking about 9 years now. But the problem is,
and she's important still now. She's still important today.
Yeah, she is important, because Cherie mourns her daughter.
Yep.
Mourns for that woman. That's her child.
Such a sad case too. And you know what? And I don't want to get off topic and go into other stuff, but I'll tell you, that's such a sad case, and that family is hurting still. And until people get to lay down, rest in peace, and have the proper burial, or have the proper.
Yeah, she don't know nothing. Cherie don't know nothing. She don't got no tips, no nothing. I think somebody may have called and reached out to her, but I'll be telling her to be careful about people wanting to, reach out and stuff. Because my thing is, don't call that lady if you don't have any pertinent information, because you get her all worked up and thinking, you know what I'm saying? You know something, you don't know something. Of course, we already know somebody knows something. Because guess what? One thing about a killer, they do pillow talk.
Yep. It's a recurrence. It's a recurring act.
They tell people stuff. So I do believe, like Cherie said, somebody else knows what happened to her daughter. He probably told somebody else, but I told her I would do what
her daughter is stuck in between right now, in the between world, until we can lay her to rest properly, or find what happened to Orrin and Orson, Classic and Sincere, or find out, anything else about any other missing person. They're not resting peacefully, and they know.
Rest. How could you rest?
But they know we're looking. And we're going to find answers someday, somehow, somewhere. And this is not the only case I like to work on. This is the only case I'm keeping in the news right now, because it's current. And there's other things we're working on. And again, God bless all these families that have had these losses and struggle.
That place is spooky to me. That place, Cal City, is spooky to me. And Cherie has I think she has a hatred for Cal City. She does not have faith in the system, but I told her she has to think positive. She has to focus on being positive and trying to have a good rapport with the Cal City police, because you want to have a good rapport when you're trying to rely on these people to find your child. You don't want to get flip out and stuff, because you don't want to do anything to make these people, start acting crazy and be like, oh, you know what I'm saying?
You know how scared I was digging in the desert and going around the desert, that I was going to find another case and figure out another mystery.
I wouldn't doubt it.
I didn't want to find that. I didn't even want to find the boys that way. I was praying that every time we dug, or every time we did this, that it wasn't the boys. And again, I'll say it to you and say it to everybody. I don't want a part of that blood money. Anybody, if I have a chance to help find these boys, that money's going back to like mental health and other organizations that do the right thing. I don't want that blood money. If people want to donate to you, people want to donate to me, that's out of their hearts.
Yeah.
And we're doing what we can. But I'm going to say I don't want any of that money, and I'll stamp it again for anybody who thinks that I'm out there for the money or not. I never even knew that it went up to 122,000. I mean, I was told that because people don't have anything else to do besides put out some other stuff about money and this and that. And that's not what it's about. It's about finding out answers. And I don't want that money. I don't want it at all. Matter of fact, this disgusts me that there even has to be a reward to find some people.
And it is crazy. Somebody on the channel last week said that wasn't enough. I thought, wow, he fell off. Why in the world would anybody say that? He's drinking because he's emotionally invested. Tuna West. Say what? What you say?
I'm sorry, I got disconnected. I don't know why.
Okay, but some
YouTube has an algorithm right now, and I'll tell you, the FBI and everything's working on people who use certain words and certain things the way they do it, and they will shut down streams. So just so you know.
Okay, that's fine. But some girl had said the other day, she said that ain't enough money. First of all, like you said, nobody should have to be putting up a lot of money to find a kid. You should be glad to go look for a kid. You should be glad to give information about a missing kid, kids, or a person. What do you mean?
And Jamal Watkins emailed me personally several times. Jamal Watkins has emailed me several times. First, it was a cease and desist. Then we had good conversation because he knew my heart was in it for a different reason. And I asked him only, what is the dog's name? Do you guys have a dog named Chaka? Anything that has to do with that? Well, can you just give me the little pieces that we need to figure out now? And then the rest of it doesn't matter. I don't want anything from you. Just give me these answers. And he said, no, we don't have any family dog named Chaka, anything like that. And I brought that out. And then, and again, I always thought kids were playing with chalk because my kids played with chalk on the cement.
That's what he said. That's what Giselle said. It wasn't about a dog. Somebody got that. Come on.
Exactly. But it's a great video. It's a great video when you yell at Philip West and not Giselle, but it's Josiah West. That was Josiah West they yelled at. That was not Giselle. That was Josiah West, and I can prove that too.
That was walking that day in the road with the stick.
With the sticks, both of them walking sticks that way. And if you yell at a dog, my dog right here, my Winston's an 87-pound pit bull, blue nose. He's a service dog. He's been master dog trained. I'll tell you right now, he would still look if you yelled out any name, whether it was chocolate.
Somebody said that.
Fruit cup. If you want to call him fruit cup, whatever you want, he would turn, because guess what? If you're enunciating in a certain way, some people are going to react in a certain way.
That's what somebody said. Hey, it's a dog. He can't hear.
Right. And dogs don't understand sentences. They don't understand sentences. They understand commands. They understand certain words or certain emotion. Like if you say, come here, baby, come here, did it? They're going to act differently. They're going to know it's a treat time or this or that, or, hey, come here, and here. Like even if that dog, sees a treat, he's going to look at you. So you got to understand what you're dealing with when you're getting this information. And then also you got to research. If you have kids, like these other people do have a lot of kids, I'm not going to get into that, but like they should know, like when you go Christmas shopping and you take a 2-year-old or a 3-year-old or a 4-year-old on a long trip, they're going to fall asleep after 15, 20 minutes, and then you're going to get home and you're going to have to take one out at a time because they're sleeping. And then you wake them up, you have dinner, you do a shower, you do baths or whatever you do. So we can't justify that those kids weren't sleeping when they got back on the 19th. Or we didn't see the video previous to the 19th or after the 19th in the way that we should have.
Questioning that. Somebody was saying, well, what happened to 21st? What happened after the 19th? Somebody was asking about where's the video footage?
Why? The FBI has it. The cops have all that DVR. They have all that footage before and after. What we got was a piece from what they had recorded. So, we don't have what really happened thereafter.
But I believe they've got footage. That's what I tell people. You leave a blueprint. Every time you walk out your door and you go into a business, gas station, they've got a lot of footage from Bakersfield to Cal City. Every time they went out with those kids, that timeline is going to show, okay, we didn't see this one. We didn't see that one. I'm telling you. And you got video that's so clear, crystal clear in a lot of stores.
Thank you.
There'll be no denying, hey, I don't see this one. I don't see that one.
And cops and the FBI have a lot more knowledge, technology, and a
Okay,
lot more
yeah,
stuff
yeah.
than they're going to release to us. And
Yeah, they do.
I'm going to say every cop that's done this, even knowing there was some maybe fudge procedural stuff in the very beginning with Cal City,
Yeah.
I'm going to say that Cal City, Bakersfield PD, the FBI, HSI, everybody's doing their jobs the right way.
Yeah, I
And they're
believe
doing it.
I have
They're
faith
doing
in
it.
them. I've never been
Yes,
negative about them.
yes, I do too. And I know that they're going to help. They're going to solve this thing. Besides, we're not going to solve it. We're going to report it.
Yeah.
But I'm going to tell you, they're going to solve it. And if you got anything, call the hotline, call the cops. Don't call us. Don't call Big Angie. Don't give us some
Yeah,
jumbo
I can't
jumbo.
do nothing. I can't do
Yeah,
nothing.
call the cops, man.
Okay.
If you see someone in San Jose, call the cops. Let them deal with it. Don't drive to San Jose 6 hours, 2 days later, 5 days later, and
Yeah,
then
yeah,
be like, I'm in San Jose.
Yeah,
No,
yeah, yeah.
call the cops so they can handle it right away. That's what I don't get with all this speculation and all these tips. If they're getting tips as YouTubers, that's
Yeah.
really weird. We get
But
deterred
don't
as
you find it
YouTubers.
funny? This, and I'm gonna say this, and I don't care who gets mad. Why is this only certain ones that's getting the tips? No,
Do
I'm
we
just
really want
saying.
to go, Queen?
I know,
I'm
I'm just
not
saying
going to
there's a
talk
lot of
bad
there's a
about
lot of
anybody on your channel,
what I'm
but I know.
saying is what I'm saying is there are a lot of YouTubers on the market, a lot of people that cover the story,
Yeah.
a lot of people that's just on YouTube in general. Why is it only certain ones have seen them, heard, got a tip? It's just odd to me. Ain't really
And not only got the tip, but searching the tips themselves without giving it to the
saying.
authority. I
I
mean,
mean-
who's going to sit out of a Motel 6? Because the first time I got on this case and I checked into a Motel 6, a biological family member of the boys works there.
Oh,
And
okay.
she said, and I'm not going to give names or whatever, but
No, you have to know that.
going into Cal City at that Motel 6, she's a family member. And that was the first thing I walked into, was grounding, which is there's people around, 50 miles away, 100 miles away that are willing to say something, but yet they haven't seen the kids, or they don't know they made it to Cal City because they're not that close or connected, but they are family biologically, and so maybe they're protecting themselves or others, but at the same rate, I think they don't know either, because I think this is a tight-knit group, whoever did this and however it happened, and there has to be a logical explanation of how those kids left that house or left that another property, or how they got taken or murdered or trafficked or hidden. Who knows if they're in, I got a stupid crazy tip from people who tried to set me up when this last thing happened. I went out there because they said Jamal West has them, and that they were with Jacqueline and her mom, and they prayed and they did this, and they were on, and this is all from the numbers that helped set me up. So I'm like, these people are so disgusting and sick that they're willing to give you a tip. And I took it straight to the Bakersfield Police Department and the detectives, and also Cal City, and I've emailed them, and I have all my emails, and I know that I contacted them right upon getting this stuff. So if you get any information, don't go and do it yourself. It's dangerous, number one. Number two, you're going to screw up getting these kids back if they're alive. Number three, you might screw up us finding them if they're not alive.
That's true.
Just don't talk. Don't do anything. Give it to the police and let them do their jobs. Because, again, we see what Bakersfield PD is doing right now. They ain't messing around.
No, they're not messing around.
They're not messing around. There was 50 agents on water all day. And I can release some stuff right now that I won't, because I'll tell you, privately. But there's more happening, and there's going to be more happening.
I'm serious. Yeah.
And I'm going to stay away. I'm going to stay away.
When I got the call from out west tonight, they said somebody has seen them out there on Highway 58. So I was like, oh Lord, what is it now? That's all I kept thinking. Like they've gone somewhere else now.
And you know what? It's crazy. You can see little black babies that look like little black bababies, or you could miss it and you could see little white babies. Sometimes people are colorblind. Whatever. You could see them out of your peripheral vision. We didn't know, unless you actually see these kids, and we know what they looked like then, and they haven't changed as much as they could have within 4 to 5 or 7 years. In 10 years, and the bio family, and I'm not going to get on them for anything, but I'll tell you, they're masters of transition, if you want to put it that way. And they have a lot of personalities and a lot of paperwork that can prove they're different people. What's it to say that 10 years from now that these kids already didn't have a name change, it didn't have paperwork, and they were disguised as something else? We wouldn't know.
Yeah, that's true. Well, it happens. It happens.
Yeah. And right now, again, I believe it's a recovery case, and that's my belief from my sources and the way I feel.
Actually, what did you think so far? I was going to ask you too, how long do you think the children have been gone out of the West peripheral? Do you even think that?
I'm going to say that they were taken on the day that the West said it was taken. I believe Jack. I think it was the 21st.
You really think that's the first?
Yes, ma'am. I do, ma'am.
Okay.
I do. And again, my sources, and you have your sources, but I've got some criminologist engineers that are on top of some stuff.
Okay.
And I'll tell you that, that certain things don't add up, and there's more logical explanations. And for what we've seen and what we've broke down, and if you haven't watched some of my videos, there's some videos that I put out lately, and it'll show that we see 6 kids, and we see the shadows and the way a woman's holding a 2-3-year-old and putting them into a baby seat, and then Trezell walking around the back of the van and getting in, and when they're counting, you'll realize they recount after they get to 2, and then they go back to 1, and then they go back to 4, and then it's 5. They didn't see 6 kids, and it's too obvious that there was, and the narrative was placed somewhere, and I don't know. I don't want to blame anybody for the narrative, but there was some narrative put in where we're looking a different direction. It's a great magic trick.
Okay.
Great sleight of hand. To say one thing and then validate it is another thing, but we're not validating with facts. We're validating on thoughts.
Okay.
So we have to give it to the cops. And at this point, like I said, we can only try to debunk, footage that we get from CCTV. We don't have the cross the street CCTV. All we have is the narrative from that one CCTV person.
Okay.
And I'm going to tell you, that's where I know the FBI and the cops know more than we do.
Okay, of course
they have it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I thank you for joining me. I'm going to check out of here, but I thank you. Thank you so much. That was Mr. Investigates. I want to thank you all for joining me. I'm going to check out here because we've been on here a while. When I get more information pertaining to the storyline, I'll bring you all an update. This is just really very odd, sick story about some babies gone. Because I'm almost at 4 hours. But this is a very sad case. And when I get more information pertaining to this case or any other updates about the search, I don't know if they'll be doing a search today. It's now Monday. I will give you all that information. I will stay on the horn. And I thank you all so much. Yes, internet. I thank you all so much for watching. Thank my mods. Like, share, subscribe. Drop your comments below if you'd like to donate to the channel. $ Big Angie 129 Cash App. Thank you all so much. Thank you, Mr. Investigates, and the guests, the people who joined me. Know that we can agree to disagree. And everyone is entitled to his or her opinion about a said situation. I want to thank you all. God bless all of you. And I will be back on later on this week when I get more information. Thank you so much. Bye.